That's all. He didn't even fucking deny it this time, guys. What's happening?
So, last session ends. Charlie sees emergency flares go up. You have glass in town.
Mm-hmm.
So, just to walk you through, because your perception's high enough, you can basically track his footsteps. A few sessions ago, you guys rescued Sal Jr. from the Cayman. The Cayman basically spilled his plans for the raid in an attempt to get Sal Jr. on board. You guys kind of just let Sal Jr. wander off after that. So he did what seemed reasonable to him, which was gather a small force, immediately raise the alarm.
Okay.
The raid has not kicked off as of yet. Sal Jr. is still basically running around like a chicken with his head cut off, getting stuff sorted, though. So it's going to begin soon.
Okay.
There's a number of things you can look in on, but after a second, all of you guys see the light here. It's like it is kind of like seeing a flare that goes off in Cuba from literally here, but,
Yeah, like, what actually are the distances involved in this?
No, don't make him answer that question.
No, it's like Game of Thrones. He's not allowed to answer distances.
So, I believe previously we established it is approximately the distance from about northern Florida to Cuba.
Damn.
The entire sky is lighting up in an oscillating pattern. I believe Animal and Lug are here now. They both immediately go, oh, that's the flotilla's code. Apparently there is a pattern that's pre-established between the settlements.
Interesting. I should learn those. Anywho.
Oh no. Anyway.
We should probably fetch all of our friends. We need to grab... I don't know if we'll actually be able to get Cyborg away from Stalker, but we can try. Fisher. I feel like that was one or two other people. They're not coming to mind right now.
Animal, Lug, and Jeremy are available to take if you want to bring them.
Yeah, we should bring them.
Seth, can I ask what you're doing? Because I just hear this horrible clicking sound from
Sorry, I'm looking for my last dice.
Got it.
Okay.
And should be done. Actually, no, I got it.
Ow.
So, Animal's gonna go, okay, I guess it's happening. He whips out a can of, it just looks like a 6-pack of sodas. It says Kaiju on it in like stylized letters. He's like, alright, these are the drugs I mentioned earlier. You chug one, it's gonna do horrific things to your body, and you'll be tall.
I'm gonna pat Bayou Bill on the back and be like, you have a healing factor, right?
Yeah. Animal, what are we actually looking at here?
With the drugs or the situation overall?
Amps just has their hand out already, ready to take this.
He tosses you a kaiju. The second it hits your hand, it begins shaking violently. It goes, they are carbonated.
Oh man, I can't.
Make sure you
I'm on a diet.
You can break it out of that. Yeah,
Red will straight up go, guys, don't drink those before you... The bikes have a very hard weight limit.
Wait. These...
Precisely.
Bill turns to get... Okay, can I roll to intimidate fucking Propulsion or whoever just said that?
Red said that, what?
No, Bob said precisely, and Bob, which of your characters dropped that?
You're gonna go with Propulsion.
Alright, I'm gonna roll, like, Bill's gonna turn and give Propulsion just the most withering glare.
You're gonna intimidate the person that's literally a skeleton right now? Kinda messed up, man.
3 10s.
He just died, man. Give him a break.
He just died. What's wrong with him?
But I believe in him.
Yeah, but then you intimidate him? What's wrong
If
with
I
you?
act like nothing's changed, he'll heal faster.
That's
Wow.
The
That's a
placebo
real-
effect weaponized.
That's a real America solved drug issue there. Or America solved the American healthcare issue.
there you
Yeah.
go. You got there.
Alright. So, people who are eligible to be brought to this, we have. Let's list them out here. Just in case you guys want to do last minute grabs. Let's do here.
I'm rolling stability against that intimidation, right?
Yep.
Yes. No, that does add heat.
Can I make a goofy face to give Karenade a
You can do that to add 1 dice to break the tension.
yes? Alright, cool. Nice.
Uh,
There you go. Have some
propulsion.
inspiration. Have some inspiration propulsion.
I rolled 3 10s.
Oh,
I think, I think that beats it.
Defender wins in this
Yep.
system, right?
In this
All right.
specific instance, yes.
Bill turns away.
Defeated.
Bill blinks
Charlie.
first. He failed. He
Charlie,
he
what's
turns
this?
back to
What's
Animal
that?
and asks, "So these actually create mass? Is that what you're saying here?"
He's gonna stop for a second, look at the cans, and go, yeah, I guess. These are pretty heavy.
Okay. Bill's gonna kind of walk away from the group a little bit, staring really closely at the ingredients on this bad boy.
It is 98% whey, and then just the most horrifically complicated chemical components for the remaining 2%.
All right. Horrifying. Thank you.
Okay.
I heard while he's doing this, I'm like, I'll point to one and be like, I heard oxydioxylene makes your penis small.
So did you just hear everything makes your penis small, or
You're not there. Fuck
do
you.
you just have a small penis?
hey. That might
Actually,
just
I just
problem,
kill
man.
myself drinking water.
We need to maintain a diagram of everything Amp says make dick small.
It's currently just cigarettes. And
It's just cigarettes and
Chemical.
oxydioxylene. Dioxylene.
Oxydioxylene.
So can we post that, have it pinned, and then we keep updating it?
Okay.
Oh, right. I'm gonna go grab Citizens Militia Cyborg.
Now I'll never use that joke again. It's just so it's a list of 2
I
to add
I-
credibility,
Perfect.
so that Sam puts it as a real life thing.
Okay. So you go up.
His name is spelled with a G
Yeah.
this whole time?
Yeah.
Did you not know that? It was one of the jokes that got codified.
No, because on 2/7/2022, Sam typed it with a J.
It's a typo.
That was posted from my phone. That was autocorrect.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, main issue. The vet. Okay, so. Oh, wait. You said you were going to see Cyborg? Okay.
Yeah.
So you get up there. Cyborg has managed to get his back to the door. The stalker is halfway clipped into the wall.
What? Like embedded in it, or
Embedded
just
into the wall. You
like
see no
Yeah.
visible.
complete phasing?
You see no visible distortions or cracks in the wall. At the moment, it is indistinguishable.
Hey, Stalker, he has a fight that he's obligated to come to. You're free to follow him if you want. Also, I will point out, as someone who's very good at watching people, if you do that from really close to him, you're not going to be as effective as if you take a couple steps back so you can see the whole body. That way you can see any fast movement.
The stalker, without moving, just as if someone is moving him along an axis, moves back about 6 inches, destroying the wall the entire way.
Hey, the wall! The wall!
I would probably give it about 2 feet, but we're about to be moving. Feel free to tag along. To keep him alive, if you want to put away anyone that's, threatening him, just make sure you clear with him before you kill them. And I'm just gonna grab since the militia cyborg and start walking towards the rest of the group with him.
Okay, so as the stalker does a slow grind back to 2 feet, he hits a nightstand. It is obliterated instantly. The second you turn Citizens Militia's cyborg 3 degrees, due to the distance between him and the stalker whips across the room, maintaining a perfect 180-degree axis between him and his center of vision.
Once I get out the door, I'm like, I know there's a use for that. There has to.
Cyborg looks at you, grasps you by the shoulders. Look, man, we are playing with forces we do not fucking understand here. The stalker has... You didn't even see him. He is just next to you now.
Hey, buddy, I'm gonna pat him on the back and just keep walking.
Your hand vibrates slightly as you touch him.
Must be popular with the ladies.
Okay, so... logistics problem we have to solve. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... I guess you guys aren't bringing glaucoma. I don't know why.
There's no way I'm
Yeah.
bringing
Okay.
glaucoma.
Does glaucoma even have any combat talents?
Yes.
I
Still
wouldn't
not
know.
bringing them because I'm not aware of them. If we don't have the space for it, I'm not giving the stalker a ride.
Fucking Oslo. I forgot Oslo.
Do we need to give the stalker a ride since
No.
he's so long as he sees Cyborg, he's playing an on-rail shooter.
Hey, what are the proper pronouns for a stalker? It's? Okay.
Them.
That.
So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Okay,
7,
9.
8. That
It
leaves...
9.
Yeah. So, the Vaqueros go, we can carry 1 extra person on all our bikes. That's 12 seats. There are 2, 4, 6, 8 of you, it looks like.
It looks like there's 12 exactly that we're bringing.
Who are you guys bringing? Are we bringing Cyborg?
So if we bring everyone on that list, including the stalker, and then all of us. Oh wait, no, some of us have 2 characters. Duh. I was counting one
If
character.
depending on the distance, Avery could just get us there.
I think we determined it would take a few minutes.
You would arrive there, basically like a full 5 to possibly 30 minutes later.
Okay. Well, does chivalry count for this weight limit?
Chivalry, we're basically ruling that sidekicks do not count. Minions past a certain point do count. So we'll need to figure out. We have an entire army for Mr. President right now, which you guys kind of feel like you're going to need. You need to figure out a way to transport that.
Pop it hole.
Wait, I thought it had like a whole air force with it.
You do have
I
an
could-
Air Force. It is
Also-
Wait, but consider again what Seth just said. Hey, Chris, how much does your army weigh?
I don't know.
So
I
the
never-
soldiers are very light. You can stack easily like 100 on a single bike without changing the weight. The tanks and airplanes, you could maybe get like 5 on a bike before it throws off the weight a little bit, especially if there's a second person.
What would you say how many tanks are there?
That's army.
You were in there for a full week. They got the workshop up day 3. You probably have close to 120 tanks at this point.
As DM, how much would you say that weighs?
probably close to 200 pounds.
Chivalry can carry 4,000 pounds.
Would that in the puppet hole? Would it affect his weight?
No, it doesn't do that.
Okay. Load him up.
His
Shouldn't
weight
raise the
is-
ATC.
All right, so they start making a parade line into the asshole of the puppet.
You know, there's a privacy blanket so that it's not seen.
Yeah.
Chivalry's yelling the entire time, "It's not my ass."
Oh, at first you could have just said yelling the entire time, which would have just been way funnier.
No, on the one hand, yes, it would have. I fucked the joke up, and I'm sorry. On the other hand, I need to keep this bit in Chivalry's character. It's very important to him and also to me.
It's tradition.
Yeah,
So-
it's a tradition that we call it an asshole while you fight to you be the one that's on the high ground saying it's not.
So
So Charlie weighs basically nothing. Can him and Chivalry just ride on the same bike?
yes.
Wait, how much does Charlie weigh?
Or, sorry, not Chivalry, Avery.
Amp's
No.
also super light.
Because Charlie definitely weighs less than 100 pounds. Or not 100 pounds. He weighs like 115.
We're gonna say that's enough that you can ride with one of the heavier vaqueros.
Okay.
Like you can ride with black or red because those guys weigh like 280. Actually, black probably does weigh close to 350.
I feel like... No, that was a joke. I was trying to find a joke, but it wasn't there. Moving on.
Oh, you know what? I'm sorry. I just checked Lug's sheet. He's gonna put up his hands and go, there is absolutely no way I'm getting on these motorcycles. He doesn't like a little air quote. He just gestures with his pipe at Bayou Bill. He's gonna go, I will meet you at the flotilla. And you just see him start walking.
I'm gonna see what he does while he's walking.
Do you have the sand power where he accelerates infinitely? I really hope so.
He walks underneath some nearby docks, and you see the darkness get darker for him being in there. You see a flash of... It's like when you shine a light in a wild animal's eyes, and you see the lights reflect back at you. And the next thing you know, he's just gone.
So is Chivalry about to take the largest dump he's ever taken in his life?
Avery just sighs and Chivalry yells from across the room, "The hole is in between my shoulders."
Jeremy's gonna nod and go, so you got that chronic high ass. Just devastatingly disproportionate.
I'm gonna look at Jeremy worried. You've seen high ass before?
Have you not?
Bill nods and says, "Yeah, some of Glaxtor's some of his disguises were really visually alarming."
Jeremy's gonna perk up. Go, oh, you got him too.
Yeah,
Wait. Wasn't he specifically because of the tooth?
Jeremy's gonna just cock his head, going, "What?"
Anyway,
Jeremy breaks the fourth law. We already knew this.
so I think the Stalker will be fine on their own. We're not giving them a ride.
You guys see... I'm sorry, I have to look up which... You guys see Teal guy going, guys, the Stalker is just clinging to the back of her bike, full goblin mode, perched, arms and legs just at a 4-point cross on the back of the bike.
I'm just gonna walk over to the Stalker, buddy. You need to get off that.
They'll be fine.
Avery asks him, "You were clipping in and out of a wall earlier. Can you set your weight to 0? Is that on the table for you?"
Just slowly turns his head 90 degrees to look at you. No. Turns back.
Also, You know your job's over, right? Like, that everyone else left. They're done. They realized it wasn't a threat. They communicated that, right?
I was given no termination order. The job continues.
Okay. How do we contact your group to let them know that you're still here?
You do not.
Okay. Can I have an alternative? Because I would like to contact your group to let them know you're still here.
You may not.
Does Verbal King contact your group?
He may not.
Can you contact your group?
I may not.
Charlie, you've exhausted his speech tree. We have to figure something else out.
Can the personality hidden inside of you that is you contact it?
It may not.
Do you deny its existence?
I do not.
I could keep doing this all day. You keep doing this. Believe me.
No. Okay, so where's Oslo?
Oslo is outside of the warehouse, as it has been marked as taboo.
I'm gonna go drag him in the warehouse.
He's immediately going to see Zip go, "What are you doing?"
No, just come in the warehouse, it's fine.
I'm going to need you to roll an opposed brawling check as he gets you into a submission hold.
I'm not even gonna try to, like, the taboo was for, like, an hour. You're fine. And there wasn't even a taboo, you interpreted it as such. We just...
The past and the future are merely the same points along the same line. They are all happening at once, forever.
Okay.
What is
but
once
you haven't
taboo
been
is
in.
forever taboo.
Well, friend, you've already been in there. And that wasn't an issue.
Along the path. I need to take you into the woods one day.
You do, but, like...
Well, that sounds like you're about to murder him.
No, he's fine. Just, come on, there's candy in here. Come on. And I'm just gonna, like, try to start walking while he's... I'm just gonna start trying to walk into the shop while he's holding me.
Nothing doing. He's not entering the warehouse. You just get Gray from the Vaqueros taps you, goes, "Can I take this one?"
Are you gonna shoot him?
No.
Okay, go ahead.
He squares up with Oslo. Oslo immediately puts his hand on his sword. Gray just looks at him and goes, "You're what?"
My list of questions was not exhaustive.
Gray just goes, "You're causing a disturbance. Please stop it." Oslo goes, "Oh, I'm terribly sorry," and just walks into the warehouse.
I'm gonna, like, shake Gray's hand and then walk into the warehouse. I'm gonna watch and make sure he doesn't, like, wipe his hand off afterwards. Not because, like, I have any problem with that. I'd just be sad.
Alright. So, who's going where? Who's going on what? Oh, wait, I need to post this.
Right. The reason I went to find Oslo, Oslo, I don't know how fast you move. Do you need one of the bikes?
I would. I'm... The stutter rune the stutter rune, it's fast over short distances, but
Okay.
I don't have the proper etchings for a long distance travel.
Okay, I just wanted to check. I don't know your limits.
Okay. So I've posted the driver order. Top of the list are better drivers. Bottom of the list, worse drivers. Black is the best driver. Blue is, technically speaking, the worst driver.
What does this mean in context?
If there's a driving check of any sort, the better the driver, the better your chances will be. If there are, say, complications on the way to the flotilla.
Oh, we don't get sticky.
Yeah, I'm sure it's nothing, guys. Complications.
So, since Charlie is made of, well, glass, could I request going with a slightly better driver?
I can go with the worst driver for Mr. President because he's extremely tanky.
Avery will whisper something to Bill. Bill looks stricken, horrified that Avery would even suggest that. But Avery's not taking no for an answer on this. He says, if anyone who has high enough perception will hear Avery listening, you gotta move past this, man. You gotta get better. You gotta fix it. You did so well in the dark room. You gotta fix it, man. Bill sighs and walks over to Amber.
All right. You see Amber scrubbing their handlebars, going, God damn it! Why am I the only one that gets the fucking sticky gun? And it's not even actually sticky. It's just nerp. Oh, hey, you. Have we met?
Yes.
That's weird. I'm usually really good with faces. I'm really good with I don't.
We've never met face to face.
Yeah, he's right around the shop.
Gotcha. Oh, okay. That's no, I still would have remembered. Whatever. I'm probably just losing.
He's a quiet guy.
What can I do you for, dark, tall, and arguably handsome?
Somewhere deep in the recesses of Bill's body, a single tear begins to fall and gets sucked right back up because that's Avery's bit. Bill says, "Oh, I need to get the flotilla with everyone. I've been told I should be on your bike."
Well, weight distribution would probably be about right. So how about it? She gives you like a light punch on the shoulder. Be a match?
Yes.
Alright. So let me show you how to straddle this thing.
Bill says that's fine. I've actually ridden one of these before.
She's gonna stop at that and go,
That
I'm
one
sorry,
specifically,
what?
actually.
Did you just say?
I've
Where'd you
ridden-
find one of these before?
We found one of them in the slums.
Where? These are cargo custom made. There's only these 12. Well, technically there are 13, but we know where the 13th is. How did you... Did you ride mine? Because mine was the only one unclaimed for a little bit.
Okay, how many dice in empathy does Bill have?
That sounds like a you answer. You should know.
Yeah, you need to know this.
Listen. Okay, Bill has... Wait, shit, empathy's under sense, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, thank God.
Hey, can I roll a deception check for Charlie to have him hide his face since he also did that?
Okay,
Yes.
2 5s. Two
Okay, I
fives.
got 2 tens.
Alright, let me check where Amber is on... Okay, so I'm gonna post this list. This vaguely corresponds to, like, sense and gun skill. As you can see, Amber is middle of the pack in this regard, so let me roll some dice real fast.
Oh, shit.
Hey, buddy. How's 4/8 sound? You can... Oh, okay, so this is basically... Amber isn't even trying to hide her emotions. She's trying to read you while you're trying to read her. You can tell you fucked up horrifically by mentioning that. This is like saying, hey, I fucked your dog.
Did you fuck this lady's dog? What the fuck's wrong with you?
And what she can tell from you is that you definitely rode her fucking bike, and you probably didn't even clean it after.
damn. It's pretty disrespectful.
She's gonna lean back and go.
Is death, right?
All right.
Fucking.
All right. I'm gonna give you one chance to explain yourself. You better be fucking convincing.
Okay. During the altercation between our two groups, you were told about the altercation, right?
No.
We came to fight. We fought. Fight, yes.
Buddy, you're not doing great.
I'm gonna roll stability.
Do it at 2 penalty dice.
I got 2 7s.
All right, you're stable.
Okay. Bill sighs, takes out one of his flasks, downs the entire thing, and says, okay, we fought at the slums in front of Dr. Cowboy's practice, and when the fight began when I completely annihilated you.
Mm-hmm. Keep going.
After that, there were a number of duels, like Hancock over there fought Black in a duel and won. And they told me...
Technically it was a draw.
It was a draw.
So you're lying there?
The way I remember it, you won because you did the most damage to him psychologically.
It was a draw because you won the pool. Because you bet on a draw.
Listen, Bill isn't remembering a lot of shit right now. I was told that because you were gone and I had defeated you, that the bike was... Basically, I was told to take the bike and that it would be very, very unpolite if I didn't.
Okay, you didn't mention that the duel happened. That's important. I thought you just fucking scavenged it. Okay, yeah, you did kill me, and then duel happened. No, this checks out. That's fine. Yeah.
And like, the Amber says it's fine. Bill is suddenly like 3 inches taller. His posture has been fucked up this entire time. Hundreds of millions of pounds of weight are lifted off of his shoulders. And he falls over from how happy he is.
Yay!
Then he gets back up and sits on the bike.
Mission completed, guys. We won.
Respect.
Completed the
earned.
campaign.
Mission passed.
She immediately goes to correct you, like, no, I'm very fucking light. You gotta sit up way further than that. And she, like, fucking just pulls you forward on the bike so that you're, like, almost over the handlebars with her. See, like this. Okay, so...
That was exactly as awkward as I wanted it to be. Thank you, Sam.
So, am I riding with black or red? This is Charlie asking. Sweet Tooth wasn't going to attempt.
Okay, is it Charlie who's asking?
Yeah.
Okay. So Green's gonna go up and go, yo, you riding as glass or meat?
I was going to ride as meat.
Alright, you're riding with me.
Okay. Why?
Long story short.
Not against it, but you seem to have it.
Long story short, I'm actually a really good driver. The issue is, I'm the only one whose eyes cannot keep up with the road. So I have to perform third-level calculus in order to drive.
Okay, so I can just tell you where to go.
Yes.
Ernie just pulls out his notebook and goes, third level calculus. Look up.
Bob, gain a fucking willpower, goddamn you. I'm unsure if Bill should gain willpower because maybe.
Probably lost about the same amount during that.
Yeah. He lost 5 willpower, but then gained 5.
Okay, I was about to say that was a fucking roller coaster right there.
So, Charlie is just... He's gonna hop on the bike, and as soon as Green's on, he's gonna... I can't remember, is Green man or woman?
Green's a dude.
Okay, I'm gonna pat his shoulder and gonna be like, I'm really sorry to inform you of this. I will probably scream at some point. And then I just won't say anything until prompted.
He's gonna down and go, that's fine, I'm probably going to debone at some point, just ignore it.
Okay.
Alright, pact is sealed. He revs. Okay, who's riding... Who's going with the others?
Avery has no healing factor or anything like that at all.
Doesn't he have high base will?
I mean, yeah, but
Base will is basically a healing factor.
That's a take.
but Avery didn't like G-Slice.
Okay.
Well, Mr. President needs like a middle of the road driver. Amp can go with like the worst driver because they've got a healing.
Okay. So Red will ask you guys, do we want... So, this is always a question with Blue. Do we want to bring her? In particularly dangerous missions, she is our best shot, hands down. It's not even close between first and second. But she's the only one who can bring us all back if we die.
We can leave it up to...
It might be a good idea to leave her. Are you okay with that, Blue, or...
Blue just kind of looks up, water in her eyes as she's huffing, like, or hoisting 2 fucking duffel bags full of, like, ammunition. Like, what?
Let's bring her.
Sweet Tooth's gonna walk up and put a piece of candy comet in her hand. He's giving them to everyone, but he's just gonna put one in her hand and a bunch of healing candy, and just in case. Only one of these at a time, though.
She's going to interpret that as she's coming, and she's immediately going to start, like, loading up her bike, like cackling like a gremlin as she runs over. Red's going to lean like, I don't know if that's what you intended, but you have to be very explicit if you're telling she's not coming. She will take anything as a sign that she's on the mission.
Look, she was about to cry. Like, I couldn't tell her to not go. I just couldn't.
They are absolutely crocodile tears, my man. She just wants to shoot people. Like, the sad thing is not an act. She is deeply sad as a person, but she also deeply wants to shoot people.
Alright. Well. And then I'm going to start distributing the candy comet, which is in power making.
Okay.
Everyone is going to have a few of those. Everyone should have at least 2.
Okay.
I think there's exactly 2 for everyone.
Okay.
All right.
So this is taking a minute. Let's go down the list. Who wants to ride with Black? He's the best
Who's
driver.
the worst? Oh, the best driver?
Black. I'm going best to worst of the remaining guys. Black is the best one.
I'd like to put Mr. President or Avery, or Avery with them. I think everyone else can like live.
And we still need to figure out seats for Bats, Fisher, and...
We'll just go down the list as we do it.
Okay. Presumably Jeremy doesn't need a bike because he can ride the boat.
The boat is not fast enough. And probably doesn't do that.
What if we believed in the boat? But yeah, I feel that Avery should ride with Red or Black because he is very fragile.
We just need to paint the boat red.
Red boat's gone.
We still don't really know what Tiny Boat's real power is. That is possible. Okay. So I've assigned Avery to black and Mr. President to red. Does that sound about right?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Third best is Amber. That's Bill. We have White, who is... he's like a decent driver. His special ability is he can actually teleport his bike short distances.
Sick.
So he can dodge danger like once, but that puts him artificially high on the ranking. He might be worse than Lilac, if only slightly. But the dodge is pretty powerful.
Bob, who do you want your characters to be with?
I think Karenade should go with a pretty decent driver just because of how heavy his cannon is.
I will put Amp with the worst driver.
All right, we'll put Amp and... You know what? We're going to put Amp with Orange.
Orange is not the worst driver. I thought Black was the worst driver.
So, no, Black is the
Blue.
best driver.
Oh, wait.
Blue is...
Oh, I'm looking at the wrong list.
Blue
Sorry.
is technically better than Orange, but they get nervous, which can make them worse.
I'll go with
And-
Orange.
Okay.
I feel like we should put Karenade with White based on what Bob just said.
One small consideration. Lilac has a dowsing gun. When he spins his gun, he can make it point at whatever target he designates in his mind. He could act as a spotter for Karenade if need be.
I'll be right back while you guys keep deciding this.
I think Karenade going with Lilac is a good idea.
Okay. Alright, so then who gets... who does Propulsion want to ride with if we're doing Bob's characters?
Gray.
I thought Oslo was with Gray.
Gray brought him into the warehouse. We haven't decided he was riding with him yet, if you want to do
Okay.
that. Propulsion. Okay. That leaves White. Who do we want to put on the teleporty bike?
Bob, does Propulsion need to be on a bike? What's his top speed?
70 miles an hour?
Yeah, he needs to be on a bike.
How good's his grip strength?
I'm back.
Fucking great.
Can he just grab the back of a bike, hold himself up in the air with his own power, and just go for it?
I'm gonna say with how the wind bubble on these things work, he would be torn to pieces.
Okay, that actually makes good sense, yes.
So is Sweet Tooth coming?
He was not going to, no. He doesn't provide much after the candy is made.
Okay. Does that mean we have all of the PCs accounted for?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So
So is Propulsion going with White, or...
Wasn't Mr. President going to go with the worst driver?
No, Amp's going with the worst driver.
That makes sense.
Amp's got like healing and
Yeah.
and able to regrow limbs if anything goes wrong.
okay. So we have 3 slots. Lug made his own way. What NPCs are we slotting into those 3 slots?
Can you update the
Yep.
sheet? Cool. Okay, so we should probably definitely want to bring Oslo.
Okay. Would you mind if I put
can-
Oslo with Teal?
Sure. So Bats, I think is he still there?
Bats is still here.
Yeah, Bats can probably get there about as fast as they can.
Bats is gonna say, so at his peak, he could have run as fast as the bikes. He's a tiny bit fatigued after the furnace, But he can't run as fast as the bikes, but he can get there in a couple of minutes.
Oh.
So he would arrive late.
Well, if you leave now, you should be fine.
Alright. If we want Bats to make his own way, I'll put him down.
I mean, do people disagree with that?
No, that makes sense to me.
With everything I remember the introduction to Bats. I don't think he can ride one of these bikes anyway.
So I'll be honest. If he takes off his jacket, he gets a lot lighter.
Oh, he's Gokuing it?
Yeah, he's just wearing weighted clothing this entire time.
Hell yeah.
Well, Charlie would notice this, right?
Yeah.
When he's going to leave, I'm like, oh, Bats, you don't need the weighted clothing. If all of your clothing's weighted, go grab some extras from the back.
Grab more weighted clothing? Got it.
Oh, no. You don't wear weighted clothing for this fight. Just wear regular clothing.
Chernov didn't tell me I could take it off.
I'm telling you can take it off.
You're not Chernov, though.
He's not here right now.
That's what makes this so difficult.
Can Avery mimic Chernov's voice with his power?
No.
Would Bats fall for it?
No, we're not doing that to Bats.
Gaslight, gatekeep, girl boss.
I thought he was past the whole Chernoff has to tell him to do things.
Not really.
You could argue that. You could make that argument. You could try and do that. You can absolutely make that persuasion.
Bats. I mean, I thought you were past needing Chernoff to tell you to do what to do everywhere.
Well, I guess you got a point there. I mean, he was pretty serious about that, though. I don't know why.
Well, so the point of the weighted clothing is to train for a fight.
So
you're about to go into a fight, so you've trained for it, so you don't need the clothing.
Okay, so make a persuasion roll. We're going to count Charlie as helping, so that's 1 extra dice.
Who's rolling that?
Was it Mr. President saying that?
Yeah, I'm not going to use Hypertron.
Cool.
Okay, I was going to tell you that too.
4 10s.
Nice.
All right. Bats is going to go.
That's a good roll for once.
Bats is going to nod. He's going to go, all right. You're making some sense. All right. I guess this is one of those baby steps. Step 2. He takes off the jacket, takes off his pants, takes off his shoes, takes off his 4 t-shirts.
I was just going to go grab him some extra clothes that they have so that he's not fighting completely naked.
All right. We're going to say you grab some random clothes. Let's point to Amp. What does Amp's spare clothing look like? Because it's about what fits.
Chris?
Oh, did Chris leave?
Chris, you there?
Chris!
Please, this is the best bit I'm going to have tonight.
Chris, where'd you go? Chris, we need you. Chris.
Christoph! Snake?
Okay, we'll come back to this.
Snake?
We still have 2 slots, it looks like. We have Animal, Jeremy, Cyborg, Fisher.
Can Animal make his own way like Lug did?
Animal's gonna shake his head and go, Lug's the best Dark Walker we got. He rides the shadows like a wave, man. It's not comparable what I do.
Duly noted.
He was our head chef for a full 3 weeks. We can't compete with that.
Bill looks fucking shocked.
So let's see, who do we have for batting? So we have Cyborg, Jeremy, Fisher.
If Cyborg's not coming, the Stalker will detach from the bike. Oh, wait. We have... No one grabbed yellow. I just had a note there. That's my bad. That's 3. And... Wait, who... No. I just... Oh, God. I fucking misread my own notes. I'm stupid. Okay. So, the Stalker has at some point swapped to cling on to Blue's bike, but if he notices that... If he notices that Cyborg is staying at the warehouse, he will detach. So we have 3...
I mean, I'm gonna ask Cyborg if he wants to come.
Cyborg nods and goes, yeah, I want to come.
Okay.
Of course I want to help.
I vote we take Cyborg, Fisher,
Sorry, I'm back.
and...
Okay, important question, Chris. Bats needs a spare change of clothes. Amp is the first person that has clothes that fit. What does Amp's spare wardrobe say? Like, what's Bats going to be wearing?
Oh, God. Crop tops.
Alright, is it booty shorts as well? Chris? Did I vote?
Nope, I think that was Chris.
That was me. Hey, can you hear me?
Yes.
A little
All right.
better.
So it's a mixture of extremely baggy clothes and crop tops.
Okay, so it's like a
Crop top and
full-on...
Jinko jeans.
So it's like full-on crop top exposed midriff spaghetti straps with MC Hammer pants?
Or just like the baggiest, basically winter gear for the summer.
I'm gonna get him baggy jeans, a crop top, and suspenders.
Okay, what does the
Whoa,
crop
I
top...
don't have those suspenders. I don't have.
I'm providing suspenders.
Okay, you make licorice, like Twizzler suspenders? We just strap
I
them.
was
Charlie-
imagining Charlie taking his
Charlie,
off and offering
Charlie
them.
has suspenders. He would just grab one from his room.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna say there's text on the crop chop. What is it? First one to say it gets it. What does it say?
Thirsty on the front, juicy on the back.
Alright.
Yeah, there we go.
Alright. Bats has his fighting outfit.
My ass-kicking outfit.
It's my ass kicking outfit. Don't make me hurt you.
Okay. Alright. We got 3. Are we putting, so we just going down the line, we're doing Jeremy, Animal, Cyborg?
Sure.
Animal is like extremely athletic. I think if there was a car accident, he would just survive. I don't know why I believe that, but I just believe that.
Do we actually want to bring Jeremy with us? I don't really know exactly what he's bringing to the table.
Well, your power would consider him a member of the Midnight Crew for purposes of determining bonus dice if he's in a scene with you.
I don't think Bill will be comfortable with, but
Aren't we supposed to bring him? I hate saying this, but like, aren't we?
yeah, I think we were actually.
Oh my god.
Alright, let's bring him.
So, even without his... It's like watching someone 5-star Tamagotchi while yours is shitting itself to death. Oh no. You are able to put the memory restoring candy through the crack, by the way. I don't
Okay.
So we have to put it through the crack with a crop top, right?
with the crop top. So, small point. You guys are leaving Fisher behind.
Is he? I mean, is he upset by that? Like, I would love to have him come, but I don't think he's fast enough.
Who's carrying the artifact he gave us?
Hmm?
You
Didn't
mean
he-
the incense?
Yes.
That's not from Fisher. That's from the nameless leader of
But
Shimon.
Charlie has that.
Charlie
Okay.
has the incense? Okay.
Currently, yes. If we should pass that off to someone else, I'm fine with that.
Nah, I trust Charlie with that.
That's a
I
choice. Okay.
actually had a note to ask you guys if you were bringing that, and I just straight up forgot. That's very good. You reminded me. Okay. Other powerful artifacts of note. Are we taking the Forge Heart cog or anything else in the warehouse right now?
I am. Let's see. Actually, should we put the Forge Heart in the puppet hole? Because I don't think they can detect its presence if it's there, and it might be a bad idea to leave that unattended in the warehouse.
Well, Vogdra and Fisher would be in the warehouse. Timekeeper would also be here.
The fact that Avogtra hasn't tried to get at the Forge Heart yet is honestly an
She
impressive
doesn't
show
know
of
it's here.
Yeah, it is. It is pretty hidden. Yeah, I guess we. Yeah, I think we can just leave it. I think that's okay.
Secret army man bolt.
Let's drop it off with the. Let's give it to the kid. I want to give that to skateboard kid.
Skater
Just in
Kid
case.
just has his arms in X like he's not touching that thing.
Okay, that's fair. I was talking about the Forge Heart, not the. Did you have an issue when he touched that before?
He is going to outright refuse to touch either the cog or the Forge Heart at the moment.
I'm just gonna get my thumbs up.
You feel like he may have learned something in his dimension hopping.
I will ask him to explain why, but we can do that off screen because Sweet Tooth will do that.
Yeah. He's just gonna write like too long.
Yep.
Okay. So, you guys are good to depart. Any last, like, any final things to say? Do grab. Can't do anything major, but, like, anything.
Can we ask Fisher if he can get there on his own power?
Don't
we know what's going on?
Fisher's gonna
I
shake
would
his
like.
head.
I'd like to summon Archon.
You have the final bell?
Yeah.
Don't fuck with me. Okay.
Is Chivalry done being loaded up?
Yeah, Chivalry's been loaded up this entire time. As always, Mr. President's men are like, they are peak efficiency. They are already on there.
Chivalry's kind of waddling around like he has a stomach ache, but he sighs and gets in the harness. Which is to say, whenever Avery needs to move him around, he wears him like a backpack.
So you weren't able to get any of like the flying fortresses or super carriers in there. They tried to load up some naval units. You couldn't get the aircraft carrier up there. It was just too wide.
Yeah.
But you managed to get a number of tanks, and Chris, just note you have one platoon, which is about 3 groups of soldiers with stable laser weaponry. That was all we were able to get out of the... So laser weaponry is going to be traded as having penetration 6.
Oh, shit.
Everyone, again, read Candy Comet. Actually, I'm going to edit that and write in a description of what everything does.
Appreciate it.
Full disclosure, these are the prototype variants. They are incredibly unstable. The stable version will have way less penetration when we get around to statting that out.
Makes sense to me.
So that's 3 minion groups, about 12 soldiers, about. Okay. So we good to head out?
Yep.
All right, we've done it.
How many airplanes do I have? 120 tanks, 1 platoon of laser weapons.
Let me
How many?
check the weight on these boys. Each one should be about a pound-ish. About 2.5, actually. How much? What's the capacity on the puppet hole?
4,000 of which something like 2,600 is free.
Okay.
If Chivalry made some choices,
Chris, how's 2,000
Make-
airplanes sound?
Some airplanes, 120 tanks, okay. And then how many just regular soldiers then?
Let's see. You have 600 free? 600 pounds, right?
Yeah.
That'll be about 5,000 soldiers. No, wait,
Hey, guys.
it's 10 to a pound. It would be 6,000 soldiers.
Okay. Sounds
does the
good.
puppet hole conserve momentum such that if an airplane flies out of Chivalry, is there enough force on that he could kind of fly a little bit?
No.
No.
Okay.
Sir, are you sure you want us to fly into this shoulder asshole?
The puppet hole is the worst thing I've ever ridden, and I'm so happy I did it.
Into the back, mom, men! Okay, so... the bikes line up. Thunder strikes, thunder booms across the wide open water as a storm begins rolling in from the southern marsh. Steaming hot as it rains down, the wind's cutting waves 2 stories tall. You just see fucking Yellow go, well, we're not living for fucking ever. And they just fucking gun it. You guys are slammed by the G-force of the bikes. As like a white sonic boom engulfs each and every one of them as they get a sudden burst of speed going forward. You see them, as always, using the waves themselves as a ramp at this speed. Even crashing water is basically stationary. Charlie, you get in range of a boat, being able to see it from your farthest glass on the flotilla. You see the Cayman in an abandoned building with about, I want to say, what, like 8 other people? Let me check here. It's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. About 7 other people. 6 of them are in various forms of restraints. One of them is just an iron spine suspended in fluid. And you see the Cayman with him.
Okay.
He's gonna nod and go, alright, metallurgist, start cracking him out. And you see like these various keys being used to unshackle them. There's one that has his arms bound and like a muzzle gag over his face. A magnetic lock undoes that. You see the spine uncorked as the water suspending it turns to molten. It looks like almost iron, but it weirdly enough hardens into a gold. You recognize it as fool's gold, iron pyrite, and various alloys, as it retakes the form of Xander.
Oh. Oh, I was ready to be impressed. But, I guess not.
Insert doom music.
Sorry, Tom, were you about to say something?
No, I just yelled, no! Fuck!
You see a man wearing like various metal plates uncorking him. You see the spine is remaining in the tube, so Xander functions without his spine miraculously. And as his eyes grow back, you notice his skull is completely hollow.
That tracks.
He gets up and goes, I can't help but notice... Oh, sorry. First he goes, by my enlightenment, I have attained nirvana, eternal life! And you just see Meltler just go, that's not... You seem upset, friend! How could you tell? I'm an empath! Which basically...
Well, you heard it here, guys. He's an empath. Better be careful.
It just goes,
Who's the
I'm...
obsidian dagger?
Oh, isn't that still with Bill?
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. I had it in my item list.
We haven't entered anything fucked up yet, so if we need to establish inventory, that's fine. I'm just gonna finish the scene real fast. You see Xander continue. Sorry, I keep forgetting I'm a cut above you people. Empath basically means that my mind is so developed, your fucking underdeveloped troglodyte emotions are an open book to me. Hey Charlie? I'm gonna need you to make a stability check real fast for me.
Okay.
Full disclosure, it's 10 tens. It's either 10 willpower or a base will to buy this off.
Okay, I got 2 8s.
I'll let you cut it down to 8 willpower if you want. Otherwise, what's going to happen is you're going to be overcome with blinding rage, and you're going to attack Xander. This is not a haha funny moment. This is definitely paranormal.
Okay. Huh. Interesting. I mean, so I'm trying to think of the negative of just hitting with a turn to glass. Just curious, when I'm wearing the whaler gas mask, I can't see out of my eye? Or did we fix that in the room?
You can basically flip it on or off. If you flip it off, it loses the environmental protection. If you open it up so you can use your eye, it doesn't protect you from memes, it doesn't protect you from info hazards, and it doesn't protect you from environmental threats. But if you close it and it gets that back, you can't use your power. So you wouldn't be able to see this.
So if I flip it closed, would it turn it off?
You wouldn't. So
Out of time?
if you failed the stability check, you're gonna want to hit this guy. You're not gonna think to close it. You're gonna actively want to glass him.
Okay. Yeah, I am going to spend that.
You're gonna spend the 8 willpower?
Yeah.
All right. Oof, that's good. Okay. So information you get. The guy with the metal plates, you notice he's a tinker. He is the one holding all of the keys for the various restraints.
Is Xander out yet?
Xander is out. He is currently getting geared up.
So he's not out of time.
Yeah, no. You see a man in what looks to be like an Iron Maiden, swords plunged into him. Metallurgist gets those out, hands him an iron wrought tome. The man immediately springs to life, going, "Drama and adventure!" The chivalrous path continues as swords begin flying and dancing around him. We live on an auspicious day.
Oh, so Avery hates Xander and Chivalry hates this guy.
Okay. So this guy has floating swords. He matches some vague descriptions of the Fringe Marquis, mainly because that's written on every single one of his swords.
Okay. I'll confirm that. It might be. I thought it was the Fringe Marquis.
Okay. You see a man submerged in molten iron. As it cools and he's lifted out of it, he goes, "So you fucking need a professional this time. Got it." As you see the molten iron begin to collect into these quadrupedal, look like mobile artillery platforms. So they have some sort of minion artillery power. You see a dude bound by electromagnets. A Newton cradle is placed near him, and Metallurgist sets it to ticking. The balls immediately pop off and begin spinning around him, undoing the magnets. Looks like he controls magnetism of some sort. He goes, "We here for Salazar." You see Cayman nod, confirming Salazar is his. So
Which one? Salazar?
Sal Senior.
Okay.
So you know this guy is he's making a beeline for Sal Senior.
Can I identify which one that is, or make a close guess?
So based on what you know, this guy is Repulsion. He, fast cruiser.
He's a mimic of.
Uses magnetism, can fire iron balls at supersonic speeds very fast. Has some primarily a close quarter combatant though. You see someone given a xylophone, and like a corpse waking up. They just lurch up.
Corpse yodeling.
All right, and they're just straight up told, okay, you're gonna be guarding the portal. As you know, cold iron can't make it through Slipstream's portals, so we're gonna have the Leviathans bring in the platoons of cold iron. We're gonna need to construct a larger platform for the Ironmonger to make his way through, though. So while we get that set up, you're gonna be on guard duty. Presiding Silence is 1,000 miles away. He'll be providing cover, support, and surveillance. And then we get to the last guy. This one is under the most heavy bounds. He can't move. He has a bag over his head, a gag. Just layers and layers of protection. You see even like arcane sigils drawn around this guy. And they just break them one by one. He's just a dude in a suit with a weird sort of fencing mesh face helmet that as his gag is taken off, you just see like the faint outlines of eyes and a mouth in like a manic grin.
How did they gag him under the mask?
And they just go, Prime Minister Sinister. Crowd control. You're with Xander. And immediately goes, oh, come on!
Okay. So, do we have the list of ones that we want dead and alive?
So, Fringe Marquis, you want alive. Cayman, you want alive.
I don't think we can kill him.
Presiding Silence, you want alive. Or no, dead. Presiding Silence, you want dead. Prime Minister Sinister, Repulsion, Xylophone, Stonks, and Xander, you don't really know. There is also, they're going to go, okay, guys, here's the plan. Lone Star is in town. He had to be in the advanced group because, again, we can't move cold iron fast. And then you guys hear a voice that goes, took me a second to find you. Appears we have a group of voyeurs.
Rap battle.
All of you guys hear this. All of you know that you can respond.
Are you presiding Silence?
I'm the silence that presides, yes. And
Good to meet
you
entirely.
should turn around. This isn't your fight. You don't need to take this. You can turn
Carity
around.
just gonna...
What's Garrett gonna say, Bob?
Now that would be really unprofessional from me. I've already taken their money.
You can pay it back at their graves. Don't be a fool.
What is Presiding Silence's power again?
Do you want to have a rap battle about it? Like, if you beat me in a rap battle, we'll just leave. But if
Are you saying that seriously?
I Charlie is 100% saying this.
Make a persuasion check.
Oh, shit.
3 penalty dice.
Avery assists Joe.
Are we allowing the assist?
No.
Okay.
God, no. Fuck no.
That is no matches. Darn it.
What the hell did you roll those on?
Table?
It was very
Sheet of
loud.
glass.
Yes, actually.
So, you guys got about halfway there. You've been driving for about 30 seconds tops. All of the bikes turn to solid iron.
That's not good.
You guys are moving at well past the speed of sound. So, I'm going to make a static driving check. I like how you guys fucking labeled Sander as mega dead.
Yeah, it was obvious.
Mega dead.
Okay.
Sander isn't as good as Radical Larry.
Can Presiding Silence still hear us?
Yes. You gonna try and hyperterm?
I don't know. What do you guys think? Should I just tell him to? What do you guys think?
Absolutely do that.
Okay. I think you should run, and I'll use Hyper Command.
All right, Chris, you don't even need to roll. This is not good. Charlie, you see you see Prime Minister perk up as soon as Mr. President says that and begin laughing.
Minister.
I thought it was Prime Minister's semester.
Also known as the Executive Defector. The Executives were a group of people that did to Hypercharm and Hypercommand what the Crimsons did to Hyperbody and Hypercoordination. As you hit the Presiding Silence with Hypercommand or Hypercharm, whichever, you see the outlines of eyes flash green for just a moment on the Executive Defector's mask. And you just feel your words. You can tell they didn't land.
Can he get past Chain?
It's an immunity. It's not a resist.
Got it. There's an immunity.
Your hypermind is high enough that you can tell there's a mechanic here. There's a way around this. You just don't know it yet.
Okay, so
that
was for hyper command, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right.
Can Avery try Hypercharm since his is native?
Well, no. We're gonna allow one roll here because you guys are all about to crash at like Mach 20.
That's fair.
I've rolled a D10, and what's gonna happen here is basically any Vaquero beneath that number is gonna just spin out. Basically, they're gonna have a horrific crash.
Can I give mine better confidence, but be like, "You've got this."
Where did Green move up to after?
So Green has a rating of 4 with the +1.
Oh, okay.
So here's the thing. Meets it, beats it. So anyone who is at this number or below is going to spin out. I rolled a 9.
That's
the only 2. Well, okay, so that is black and red are fine. Everyone else is going to begin crashing.
Can we wait before you roll? Can we do stuff to help out?
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be pretty difficult to beat a 9. I rolled really well on this, but yeah, I would say focus on trying to save who you can. But if you make a roll to save someone, you're also denying your own roll to survive the crash.
Okay.
You do also have the incense if you want to undo this action. It is pretty early to burn that, but
yeah.
I'll be very honest with you guys. You might die from this.
I almost feel like we have to, even though this feels like a small thing to use it on. What do you guys think?
It's up to you. Yeah. I mean, you're the one that has it, Seth. So
I mean, let's maybe see how this pans out first.
You will be able to see how this pans out before risking the incense.
Okay.
You have a full, 2 rounds after it happens.
Okay.
So, Miss President's going to use leadership and be like, "You've got this." To who's driving me?
You're fine.
Oh, I'm fine?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
I'm good. Then I'll say that to who's in trouble.
Everyone who is in red or black.
Red or black. Okay, so those two. I'm going to say that to green. And basically try to inspire them to help control the crash.
Okay.
I'm trying to think if there's anything Charlie can actually do in this situation. Oh, wait, actually, could I help someone? Could I have Albert help someone out with web?
Sure.
I don't. So with the extra stuff for Mr. President, do I still need help?
And this is going on green, right? Yes, you super still need help. So with the roll for Mr. President, that only gets him up to 6.
Okay. So yeah, I'll
He
have
jumps 2 spaces because you rolled well. You know, you're very good.
Yep.
There's only so much being composed does, though.
Okay. Yeah. So I will see if I can get Albert to help stabilize us, help kind of control our fall by grabbing onto nearby buildings or whatever. If not, keep going.
Yep. So Albert puts out some threads, catches you guys as much as he can. You guys start snapping through these threads, but that gets you up to 8. You need to get 1 or 2, 1 and some change more.
Trying to think. I don't.
So here's the thing, Tom.
Yes.
Amber has sticky threads in the same vein as Albert. If she completely sacrifices you guys, she can save green right now.
Wait, can she save multiple people? Because I could
No.
probably save them.
No, she cannot.
Okay.
Bill will look at what has happened here, see the threads being cast, or probably more like feel them being cast with his extra sensory stuff, and yell into Amber's ear, because I'm assuming that there's not really much. Actually, at this speed, it would still be like a talking.
The bikes form like a perfectly solid air bubble around the
Okay.
seat. It's normal.
So Bill will suggest, I have a healing factor. Can you help the others like they're doing?
Amber nods, and she is able to get off 2 shots. That gets green to 10.
Wait, if Green's at 10,
That means he's fine.
So if Green's at 10, then that 1 could go to someone else that I got
He
from...
cannot. Meets it, beats it.
No, but it was 9, right?
He was at 8.
Yeah, could I have Albert help someone else instead of myself?
You need to be at 10.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. I get it. I was thinking we needed to reach 9.
I mean, technically speaking, Amber could try for 3 shots, but it's not a guaranteed thing if she does that. I would have to take penalty dice.
What is Bill at, since he just asked Amber to do something? Is there an action, since he's ridden this bike before, is there an action he can take while she's shooting?
This is straight up not a bike anymore. This is a hunk of metal.
Can you use the bike?
You can make an athletics check to try and cushion the fall a little bit.
All right, or
Full disclosure: the Vaqueros were going full speed. That's 15,000 miles per hour.
Sick.
I know what Amp's gonna do. If everyone's okay with Amp making their choice. Alright, Amp's gonna drop a hard dice for Song of Healing to do multiple actions, and then Song of Healing orange and blue. So they have a duration engulf healing on them.
Okay, that's good. That helps. Bob, I will say propulsion can fly.
Propulsion's grab Gray and fly.
Okay, that would save them. And then let's see here. Let me just.
So orange and blue aren't necessarily saved. They're
going to be healed.
Healed.
Can I ask a
actually,
question?
Here's the thing. You guys look at Blue. She has the stalker on her bike. Her bike's fine.
Ooh.
Oh, okay.
Sick.
I had to check the stats there, but no, that checks out. Do you want to move the heal?
I'll throw it on Amber. So orange and Amber.
Okay.
Can Avery beseech the key to see if he can figure out a fast way to reverse whatever just happened?
Not in a situation this chaotic.
That's what I was afraid of.
Karen,
I just picture him flying through the air, just reading. It's like,
Like it's people playing Jenga on roller coasters.
Okay.
Karenade's gonna grab Lilac and just try and buffer the fall.
Yeah, what's your muzzle velocity? Can you A-team it? Just kill your momentum by shooting a lot?
Okay, I'm gonna post. Sorry, I'm just posting the status so we can all keep track. Let's see here. So I wrote teleport next to Oslo and Animal. That is because Oslo can just grab Teal and teleport. Animal also has out of sight, out of mind. So you just see them grab Yellow and bail into the waves. They fall into the shadow of a wave. They're out.
Can White also teleport?
Yeah, but the issue is White's teleport preserves momentum.
Oh, okay.
So for Karenade, you mentioned wanting to do a bail to save?
Yeah, like a bail and cover up Lilac.
That's going to be an athletics check, and it's not going to be great, even if you make a pretty decent save. But it would be an athletics check to save what you can. A Lilac will be assisting you, so gain a bonus dice. Sorry, Lilac has the spirit of an executive assistant, so gain 2 bonus dice.
Oh wait, that's sick.
Three 9s.
Okay. And what did Bill get on his athletics? Amber's gonna help, but she only gives a +1. I will say, Jeremy and Animal are present at this scene, so remember overdressed and understaffed. Gain 2 bonus dice.
So just so you know, Amber has a 7 healing dice heal on her.
Yeah, but that doesn't do much if she just dies from it.
Yeah,
That's fair.
I need to. We're gonna find out if she dies on impact.
Okay.
That said, could she just spend? Isn't it like 1 willpower to stay
Effect.
alive for a round?
Something like that. Assuming no further damage happens.
Okay, Bill. Wow. Bill got 5 8s.
That's pretty good. Okay. So, people we need to save are. We have White and Jeremy, and we have Violet and Cyborg.
And Amp. Amp didn't save themselves.
Amp didn't save themselves, right?
Yep. I was trying to
Orange
help
is
other
also
people.
not saved.
No, orange has a healing on them. So
right. Orange is on
sort of
heal.
As long as they spend 1 willpower to stay up, they should be fine.
If you guys pop the, I don't know exactly how they interact, but if you pop the candy comment, that's 5 heavy armor. I don't know how that interacts with fall damage though.
So this is going to be going off with 10 because of what I rolled. Or sorry, with 9. So, it's going off with 9. My bad.
Gotcha. Could you go first?
What?
We're all going to die here, and we're going to have to re-roll up new characters.
You still have the incense. The incense goes off at speed 10. So let's see here. People we have to save. Violet, Cyborg, White, Jeremy, and Amp. I'll tell you what. Hand of Fate. Who do you guys want saved most of all?
Jeremy. Orange. I would really like Orange to be saved, but
probably Orange. Yeah, he's one of the heavy hitters.
Okay.
Amp, I'll just spend the base
Cyborg I feel like I remember him being decent.
Cyborg's pretty tough. Violet is not. So you guys see from the shadows of the wave, Lug appears and just straight up one arm catches Orange, plunges him into the water, and they're both just gone.
Sick.
So they're good. That leaves White, Jeremy, Violet, Cyborg, and Amp.
Hey, if I turned stuff they were colliding into glass, could that
makes it so much worse.
Gotcha.
Because now they hit at incredibly high speed, and it's sharp.
Sam, instead of doing my heal, if I did run the cords and tried to make the ground softer with by breaking it up before impact
situation,
do you think that would be better?
So let me read you the impact rules. In addition, impact does damage based on your speed, or say the speed of the jet smashing into your face. For each increment of speed, see the chart, you suffer 1 point of damage to each and every hit location. If you run into something hard, that's killing. If you run into something soft, it's shock. Now, they list water as something soft. It is not at these speeds, unfortunately.
Yes.
Well,
actually, it would be if it was turbulent water.
So basically, the deal I'm offering is if you run the cords on water, I will treat it as soft. Instead of...
I'll do that instead of healing.
Let me post the... Before
the question is
let me post this chart. So as it doubles, it adds 1 damage to each hit location, which is wild.
So we're taking 10 shock. We're taking 10 shock.
No, you're heading at 15,000 miles per hour, my guy. You're
15?
taking 15. I think so. Give me 1 second.
I'll do the math. You keep DMing.
Yeah. Even if it goes down, killing it's much better at shock, but it'll still outright kill people.
It's 14 to every hit location, not 15.
Because think about it. You have 4 hitboxes in the head.
That's fine. I'm going to do the shock because shock would be better, and I might be able to save people with that.
Okay.
I don't know if these guys have extra tough or not.
The Vaqueros...
Amp does not. So Amp is going down, more than likely. I just got to spend some willpower.
The Vaqueros have some light armor. Let's see here.
Sam, I gained 1 willpower from running the cords because I was just rolling them. I got 1 set of matching 10s.
Good, you're gonna need it.
I had other matching sets. It's just
I will remind everyone, you were given 10 healing candy, and each of those healing candies can heal other people. It doesn't just heal you.
Can I bonus action take the candy?
You should be able to.
At this point, maybe we should just consider hitting the incense.
Okay, so an absolutely wild interaction with armor. All of the Vaqueros have light armor. You just reduced it to shock damage. Armor works normally with impacts for some fucking reason.
That's so stupid. I love it.
It's so stupid, but that basically means every single one of the Vaqueros that hits the water is gonna be fine. Lug's sense is like an 8. He can see you're doing this. He's gonna change his from orange to you, Amp.
I'd like to think that Amp stood up on the motorcycle as it was crashing. I was just like, yeah, accept this.
Okay.
Wait, I'm confused. What does light armor do?
Lug.
So
What?
light armor reduces shock to 1. The fact that works on fall damage is stupid, but I'm not going to complain. I'm not sitting here whining.
The wild thing is the Vaqueros only have like 2 points of light armor. This is ridiculous.
That's all I need, baby.
I did it, guys. I saved the town. Least responsible character did it.
Charity wraps up Lilac, ditches off the bike, takes 15 points of shock. Lilac, I would have been fine.
Well,
It would have been unprofessional of me.
well, see, here's the thing. You rolled 3 9s on an athletics check. You get to move that down 3 steps. So you're only taking... You're still taking...
12.
Yeah. Oh, fuck. Yeah, you're still taking 12 doll hit locations.
14. It starts at 14.
11, my bad. Okay. Bill, you're stepping it down. This isn't quite how this works, but it's stupid in the book, so we're just going to dump it down 5 steps. Okay. Man, that shouldn't work like that, but oh well. So, Bill, you're taking 9 shock to all hit locations. You have light armor, you're fine. Jeremy is going to take a straight up... He didn't make the athletics check. He's taken the full 14 to all hit locations.
Did you include the overworked and understaffed?
I did not. Alright, Jeremy's taking 11.
I helped, surprisingly.
I believe in Tiny Boat. It will save Jeremy.
Wait a second. Jeremy has undershirt training. He's gonna make a dodge roll to avoid hitting the ground. This gives him 6 light armor. He's fine.
Carinate's the only one taking any damage from all of this.
No, I think Violet, Cyborg, and Blight are kind of screwed.
They have light armor.
I think
Carinate's the only one taking any damage from all of this.
Well, they're all taking 1 shock.
That's fine.
11 shocked all hit locations. Oh.
So
Oh,
you can spend a willpower to stay alive for a round.
And I can literally bring them back to full like instantaneously.
Yeah.
Well, see, here's the thing. I'm gonna roll for scattering directions because you're losing control of bikes at high speed.
Good thing
You
I have
guys are gonna be scattered over about a mile radius.
Sick.
Do the bikes disintegrate from my sonic pulse?
Everyone but Blue. Blue rides it out surprisingly.
And red.
Blue. Well, no. Red and black still have their bikes turned to iron. They can just skid this to a smooth stop before ditching. Blue's bike is intact. They can drive around so long as they have the stalker. You guys just have to, Oh, I didn't check the stat block before I said that. You guys don't scatter over a mile radius. Because they control the water. Not the Iron Legion. But, as you guys go tumbling across the water, skipping like stones in some instances, feeling bones almost kind of creak with the stress as armor absorbs the blow. In everyone except Carinade's case, Carinade, Lilac catches a bad wave. You guys just see Carinade go sailing, smacks into a fucking concrete pillar, and then goes right through it as it's half dissolved. That counts as soft terrain. You can tell his hit was so much worse than yours, but everyone else kind of gets out relatively unscathed. Blue streaks past before correcting her path, but she has a wide arc to turn. You guys,
I still have Lilac just
gripped.
I am absorbing the impact.
Yeah.
Professionalism.
Lilac is totally fine from this. He goes, "You didn't need to."
I wasn't using you as a human shield. I'm a professional.
He's cramming the healing candy down your throat.
He can eat it himself and heal him.
He doesn't know how it works. Now, you guys think you're about to scatter a lot farther than you are. But then the water feels like it's dragging you towards a central point. As you guys rise to the surface... What's up?
I want to see powers on that.
Oh, you don't need to. You see what's doing it immediately as you look up, face to face with a rictus grid of a waterlogged.
Uh-oh. Wait. Maybe uh-oh? I'm gonna wave. Is this a whaler or a waterlogged?
No, they are waterlogged. There's 8 of them.
Okay.
I can actually speak their language.
You all can speak their language. They don't speak whaler. They speak normal city language.
Hey guys, we're here to stop the Iron Legion from coming in and smashing your homes and the flotilla.
This will make your waters less disturbed.
So...
We're coming to defend the area from the Iron Legion.
So you can roll persuasion to convince them of that? So just roll persuasion for me. Let me know how wide it is. Feel free to use hypercharm.
I feel a butt in that statement.
3 10s. I didn't use hypercharge.
So,
I think you should have asked for me, because I did try to help.
So,
you did help? Alright, let me roll 1 extra die, please.
So here's the thing. They believe fully that you're here to stop the Iron Legion. They believe fully that you're going to make the waters less disturbed. They don't want that. Charlie, you know from your time with Oslo and like his barely repressed anger when he talks about the day the levees broke, the waterlogged are basically revenants. They have nothing but hatred for everyone else in the flooded district. They would love nothing more than to see people skinned, flayed, burned alive. And the greatest tragedy to a waterlogged is that there is only one eternity to watch people suffer. You know where I got that from.
Yes, I did.
I could hear that butt. I could hear the butt in Sam.
Yeah, I know. I still, in character, it's what I would have done, though. I would have, like, literally said that.
I have an idea.
I'm gonna look to Oslo and see if he has something to say.
Oslo is standing on the water, grabbing his sword. Avery, you can speak first, because he's caught off guard.
Avery allows himself to become inhuman for a moment.
Tom, I'm going to stop you for 1 second. As you shift, this one feels deeper than the rest. This one feels like it might be permanent. You're channeling real power right now. If you can step back from the sledge, but you know for a fact if you step forward, you will have the power to command these things.
Avery has a moment. He looks back at his friends who are all in the water. We're just all treading water, right?
Some are treading water. Some are caught up on shores, choking back water that went down their throats. Carinade's on the second story of a building.
What's Avery's sense?
4. With 1 trained perception.
So Karenade can see this happening.
Mm-hmm.
So, historically, even with the number of us here, this hasn't gone well. Fighting the waterlogged has always been incredibly bad for us.
I don't think I've ever fought the waterlogged.
You have.
They fought without power, so it's the main thing, though.
Even with powers, I don't really like our chances. I feel like Avery might have to do this.
Also, I do want to remind you guys, the one time you did use powers on a waterlog, it incorporated the power and made itself stronger.
Hey, so I don't want to try and sway you too much, but just remember, every time Avery has chosen to be inhuman, Xander's gotten worse.
So on the one hand, I'm playing around that on the basis that Avery doesn't have that information. It doesn't make sense in character for him to behave with that in mind.
Don't metagame, please.
On the other hand,
Say that.
yeah. So I feel like Avery would have to do this. I don't really think we have another option here since we're in the middle of the water. There are 8 waterlogged here, but that doesn't mean there aren't more. So Avery will step forward.
All right. What do you say?
Avery looks up to them and says, "Hold, brothers. We travel to the flotilla to spill blood." Do not hinder us on our way.
Make a persuasion check. Use everything you have.
All right. Seth, no. Ooh. A 4 10s.
This thing maintains eye contact. Unbroken. You see its jaundiced yellow eyes almost rotting in its skull as it stares deep into you. You guys see Avery shift. Tom, how does Avery's appearance degrade as he takes this step?
All right. Let me look at my notes. Something shifts about him that doesn't make sense visually. You can see, looking at him, that his face is never quite the same when you look back at him. There's just something about him that is very difficult to look away from. And if you imagine him, the only thing you really get in your mind is that he was very handsome, had seaweed in his hair, and his mouth and teeth were far too large for a human.
That is the face you are going to wear for the rest of this campaign.
Okay.
The waterlogged, you hear a deep rumble in its throat, and you hear this choked kind of gag. It mixed between like a purr and a man coughing up water. You, Avery, understand it as a laugh, as all of the waterlogs make this horrific noise. Oslo.
Do I understand it?
You understand it as a laugh too, Mr. President. I was just about to say. I was like, does that count as language? It does. You know they're laughing. You see the waterlogged step back. His hand was inches from Charlie's throat. And he just does a deep, cordial bow, gesturing for you guys to head towards the flotilla. You can't help but feel there's some amount of sarcasm there. Avery, you hear Oslo say, "What have you done?"
Avery looks at him, stricken. His features shift once one final time and becomes set. He looks more similar to how he did before. There's more seaweed in his hair, he's more bedraggled, and his teeth are razor sharp like a fish.
All right. You guys have gained the assistance of 8 waterlogged for the raid.
Can
You
I
guys- What's up?
empathy? Can I roll empathy on Oslo?
Yes, absolutely.
That is 4 tens.
So this is a tragedy that all whalers seek to avoid. The whalers and waterlogged aren't distinct. They're not like branching species. A waterlogged is what happens when a whaler is consumed by just either pure survival instincts, their hatred, or they just lose any reason to keep going forward.
So are they like the stalker equivalent of
It's
a whaler?
think of it more like going hollow from Dark Souls. Stalkers are somewhat distinct.
Okay.
There's a process and a method there. Waterlogged are just breaking down. It's like a cancer cell more than anything else. Oslo just saw someone who isn't even a whaler basically go through the first step of that process. He now knows that there is almost no path that Avery can walk from here on forward that doesn't end in him harming everyone around him.
Avery won't notice it, but Chivalry has stepped behind him. He has Fraggle Rock drawn. He's not
Oslo-
advancing. He's not moving forward. He's doing his best to not make eye contact with anybody.
Oslo is debating killing Avery right here and now. He's waiting to see what Chivalry does.
As they move forward, Chivalry will.
Mr. President shoots it. No, I'm just
Oh,
just out of fucking left field.
wild card!
Wild card bitches nuke.
Oh shit!
I was
Holy
like
fuck.
actually thinking of doing that though. I was kind of thinking. I did promise, like, I don't know if you remember this, Tom, but I did promise Chivalry, like, very early on in the campaign, I would help him kill you if you, like, turned into a waterlog.
Yeah, I do remember that. Oh, this is a choice and a half.
Yeah, I'm gonna load the wrist bow.
Before we continue, I will say this is definitely the most interesting choice I could have made. Chivalry doesn't let Avery see he's there. Doesn't put Fraggle Rock away, but just follows him. He looks... No, you can't see his face, but he looks furious. And yet he's not ready to move ahead and behead another sign of the Lord of the Drowning Folk.
I gotta make a choice here.
I would like
I
to
don't
remind
think-
everyone.
I feel like
have
if we kill him now, it starts combat.
No, you don't know that I made that deal with
I know.
Chivalry, so...
I just want that to be in people's heads because I think they'll just attack us if we kill them.
You don't know that.
I am going to assume that.
But you are assuming.
Correct. It is the safe assumption.
Alright, seeing Avery, like, Chivalry stand down, I'm gonna just wait and see what Oslo's doing.
Oslo is going to think back to every interaction he's had with Avery. Shockingly few pop up. And he's then going to look at, alright, who is the closest person he can picture to Avery? And he's going to look at Bill. He's going to do some mental math, think of every interaction he's had with Bill, and he's going to decide that he trusts Bill. And that he basically views it as more, if someone's going to do this, I'm going to give them a chance to first. They seem like a crowd that kind of know what they're doing.
Mr. President's gonna go up to Bayou Bill and be like, "Hey, can I have that obsidian dagger back?"
Bill hasn't noticeably blinked or breathed during this entire altercation, and without looking away from Avery, he wordlessly hands you the knife.
Okay.
Full disclosure, this is the last second you have a chance to use the incense. Anything past this, it will permanently be in the past.
Okay, I want to ask, does everyone think I should use that, or
Nope.
should
I think you're...
we just go? I feel like none of us died.
How far away are we?
Meanwhile, on the fucking pavement as a pizza carnade. Ah! I almost died! Yup!
Hold on a
But he
second.
didn't die. He's going to be fine.
Good time, and I shall heal. In fact, I think I'm good enough to walk now. Crack. Ah, never mind.
Let me see here.
It's
Karen just needs to pupate, and it'll come back as a beautiful butterfly.
This
It's
is
3 hurt boxes per round.
this is a rough estimation. You're about 95 miles out.
Avery can get us there immediately, basically. That's within his range.
Is it? Wow.
Yeah, he has hundreds
let
of
me-
miles.
Let me just verify that.
If I remember
Avery's
correctly.
range is 364 miles.
Wow, okay. I forgot about that. Holy shit.
Propulsion finally gets his momentum under control and lands. Okay. 15,000 miles per hour is a lot more than 65.
Is it?
Thanks, information.
Took me so fucking long to slow down.
I feel like I may have used a shorter distance than I was supposed to, but I said 95, so 95 it is. Can Avery take everyone at once?
Avery can take 1,600 pounds.
Okay.
I think that's 2 trips.
We're going to average out the vaqueros to 200 pounds because some of them are heavier, some of them are less.
200 pounds total?
No, 200 per. We're averaging
Oh, God, Jesus. I was like, okay.
That's 2,400 pounds for the vaqueros.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna have to do multiple trips.
You guys hear... you guys hear the presiding silence go, Leviathans fire on my position. Or fire on my mark. Sorry, I should use the proper terminology.
Can I? You said there's like buildings and stuff in the way.
Yes.
Can
This
I?
looks like the ruins of a small town that was wiped out by waterlogged.
Can I try and find the Leviathans?
If we need to
let's see
hide
here.
from them, I do have an option for that. I think it'll only last a round, though.
I had an idea. So can I like blow apart the ruins as like sort of like a screening cover?
Kind of. You could try and...
I could either do, because I have the willpower now to do this. I can either do the really big fucking guitar slam, or I could run the chords.
Wait, run the chords. Would that mess him up since he's sound based?
Not quite. He's the presiding side. You'll find out.
Okay.
I will say, you are capable of finding out where the Leviathans are. You'll have to... How many hard dice of perception do you have?
I have
With
3
endless?
big ones. I have 4 Let me 5 hard dice of perception with endless, and I have 3 wiggle dice in perception.
Okay. You are capable of seeing the leviathans. You can tell
Can I
that
find?
there
Can I find the
are.
presumed silence?
Yes, you can. I'm assuming your range is like 6,000 miles or more than
It was 3.
3,000 miles.
Yeah.
Let me check something.
I have to talk to Karenade real quick too after this.
Okay.
Carinade's up and
I
about.
believe you can. This is gonna wind up a little bit short. Yeah, the distance is only about 1,800 miles. So yeah, you can see him.
Who's the fastest?
If you give me a bearing and Karenade does the math, we could kill him right now.
You see that he is sitting in a circle of floating green runes etched upon the ground. There is what you guys know as a Goliath unit standing behind him.
I am going to draw in glass underwater in front of Oslo the coordinates for him.
Can you pass on the coordinates of the
I am not
presiding
saying
silence?
I am not doing anything that would allow him to hear
Okay.
that I know where he is.
I'm gonna go to Karenade, like, hey, can you give me like some bearings? And I'll tell him roughly the force I can hit with Slam the Guitar to shoot a building into the sky.
So you're saying it out loud?
No, I'm saying I didn't say any numbers.
No. You're speaking though. You're making noise?
Sure.
Cool.
I did say I was
check.
I ought to succeed.
By how much? How
I
many
have
hard dice is
five.
it?
I have 5 endless stability. Oh wait, 9 endless stability chained to another 9.
You can use your command for endurance. You can't use your stability for it.
Oh fuck. Oh, never mind then. Gotta roll then. Four 9s.
Okay. So as you go to speak, iron particles just go out of your mouth as you feel the sound die upon your tongue. You feel like a lurch in your body as you feel like the edge of your tongue starting to turn to iron and around your lips, but it stops as it kind of doesn't play well with the paranormal energies flowing through your body. It appears presiding silence may have hidden a facet of his ability from you, or there was some condition that needed to be met. It appears making sound, while under certain conditions, risks turning you to iron. Hey, Seth, what's the range on your sea powers?
It's pretty short. It's only 80 yards. Actually, wait, no. Wait, let me double check that, because I realized I have bought more dice than that.
Okay.
Let me double check. It might still just be 80 yards. I forget when the last time I checked.
If he has a sound, if he's honing in on us based on sound,
Yeah, sorry, still 80.
Okay. Sorry,
Alright.
what was that?
if he's targeting us based on the sound and our voices, can I have Avery use his power to like transfer voices around to confuse and confound this sensibility?
I need to ask, did you put no physical change on your ventriloquism?
I thought you
No.
You didn't? Okay, good. Then yes, that should be doable.
Okay.
Charlie sees the Leviathans have fired their artillery. In a round, the artillery shells will hit you guys. There's going to be about 18 of them.
I'm just going I'm going to just write in glass big on the ground, artillery shells have been fired.
Okay, I'm gonna go over the carronade. I'm gonna tap on his shoulders. I'm gonna point with my guitar and like try to gesture. I need an angle to shoot upward.
Did Oslo leave? I don't know how fast he can move.
Oslo is sticking around at the moment.
Bob, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Carronade like pulls out his
point where I gotta hit, basically.
Carronade's gonna point like at an angle about 1/3 of the way up the building. He doesn't actually know the radius of your attack, so he's just guessing.
Okay.
I'm gonna invest 21 willpower into using this, Sam.
Holy shit. Okay.
Holy fuck.
And Propulsion's gonna see artillery incoming and like jump up and fly up into the air to try and shoot a couple out of the sky.
I really hope you don't.
Glass?
Hey, Bob, how much noise does Propulsion's jets make?
Can providing silence here
because it's just fire.
Okay. I will set this width to normal talking is 3. I'll set this to 2.
Oh, I actually have something I need to do. Can I turn the artillery to glass, or at least some of it, and then start power draining the jets?
Our propulsion jets?
No, the jets on the artillery. Or is it just metal rods?
It's just technology.
I mean, Sure, I can absorb the electricity from it then.
The electricity in the artillery shells?
I think I can.
There's no electricity in artillery shells. They're just explosives.
It's just a big lump of metal that's being launched real fast.
And I can just turn them to glass.
Okay. Okay, so from Propulsion and Charlie, I will need rolls. There are 18 shells coming at you guys.
Okay.
So with them turning into glass and me hitting a building up at them, which will eventually fall down, hopefully near them.
The Leviathans have massive range. They're not near each other. Are you hitting it towards one of the Leviathans, which are very fast, or are you going for the...
I was hitting the building so that... And I imagined the building was going to break apart since I have controlled effect. And I was hoping that they'd hit the artillery rounds since they're turning into glass.
Oh, to the artillery rounds. Okay.
Yeah, I wanted to intercept them, basically.
Tell you what, for 21 willpower, I'm going to say you, Charlie and Propulsion, don't need to do a damn thing.
I'm going to say it doesn't matter. I get the willpower back.
Fair enough. Yeah, it's still just...
It took a while to get to the 21 willpower, but I got there, Sam.
In that case, I would like to target the Leviathan with 2 glass.
Hey, Chris?
Yeah?
How much noise does the attack make?
It has obvious on it, so it does make a lot of noise, but the whole building's also going to be making a lot of noise. So is he going to turn the entire building to noise? To in the metal?
So, I'm just going to describe what happens. You guys see Amp obliterate this building. The artillery shell, they time it perfectly. The shells explode above you guys as you come to a horrific realization that Presiding Silence wasn't looking to bomb you guys. He was just looking to make a lot of noise. So that's going to be 18 endurance checks plus the slam.
Wait. Question. Wait. If he's just turning the buildings into metal, they still can keep the momentum that I have, right?
Yeah,
so he's just turned all of the stuff I shot into metal, which I would guess that the force I'm hitting him with will obliterate anyone that gets hit, right?
Yeah, the issue is you getting turned to metal.
That's fine. I'll burn a base willpower.
This is going to be 18 separate saves.
18 separate saves, Sam?
Sorry, you're right.
Why is it 19 separate saves, can I ask?
18 artillery shells and the building.
But the artillery shells wouldn't be near me.
They're not. The noise they make is.
Yeah, Sam, I hit with the force to lift up the entire state of New York. Why couldn't I hit them so that they'd hit them like midway?
So in short, these are all coming from very different angles. Leviathans move. They're basically dunking beneath the water, firing one, moving about a mile, doing another one. They can just kind of weave. So you can't. You know what? Tell you what. These were originally going to be very small, very easy to buy off saves, but if you want to do just 2 big saves instead.
I'll detach from the body then.
Okay.
What?
Yeah.
If it helps with his saves, I have...
No, I'm just going to detach from the body.
Okay, so vote, guys. Do you want 2 big saves, or do you want smaller saves?
Wait, is this for everyone?
Yeah. The presiding silence, where Charlie does...
Affects everything within the area of the noise.
Yes.
Can we have... We had a round. Can we get some of us out with Avery?
Yeah. It would be a... I wasn't aware Avery was doing that. I didn't know he started doing that because people weren't gathered up, but we can say he did that if you want.
Okay, let's take
We also
people that are...
still have the incense.
Well, I don't actually know what the incense does at this point.
Okay. Basically, you can undo an action. You could undo... the artillery shells have already blown up. If you undo amp hitting the building, basically, causality, the incense always takes the most favorable causality fucked position back to where it was.
Couldn't he undo him using the sound base thing?
Yeah, exactly. If we do the building, the thing that triggered the initial save is no longer there, and the power fails.
Either way, then either way, the artillery rounds are still going to hit us. So that
it doesn't
help.
reverse time, it just undoes one thing, and so basically, here's the sequence of events as presiding silences power uses it. Building made noise. Building turned to iron, hit things, explode, make noise. This triggered a sequential power. If you remove that step, everything after it fails, according to presiding silence's power.
Wait, no, because you said that the artillery rounds will make noise too.
Correct.
When they hit us.
But according
so
to
then
the
we'll
power,
still have to make...
So there are conditions to presiding silence's power that enabled him to do that. You guys don't know the strength.
From us. Just let him do that.
So there are things that presiding silence needs to do for his power to work.
Yeah, but it takes... so doing this removes the 21 willpower, because my power failed then.
You would absolutely get that back.
No, I would lose the...
So the incense always takes the most favorable backtrack?
Okay. It's up to Seth.
Well, I want to do what the group wants to do. I don't want it to just be my choice.
I preferably wouldn't want to waste the incense, like literally right at the start.
The issue is I think we all die if we don't.
No, you don't. He's not built the same way as Charlie. Charlie does one big save that lasts a while. Presiding Silence does a bunch of small saves. Now, the building one would be a big save because it's like the loudest thing we can do. But the rest are like the 18 ones, they're 2 ones. They're sets of 2 dice at 1.
But we can't roll.
But we can't pass all of those saves.
Yeah.
That's true. It also wouldn't convert all... It's not an instant lose like Charlie's. It just turns patches of you to iron.
Yeah,
He
but
needs
at
a
most
full
we can
10
only
to
pass.
everyone.
But some
most we can
patches of
only
the
pass,
human
like-
body are more important than others.
Yeah.
3 or 4 of those saves.
That's correct, but okay. So the ones are not going to hit the important stuff. It's going to be like skin. It builds up over time. You don't want to get hit with too many, but it's not.
If Charlie turned to glass and back after getting hit with metal, would it restore to skin or metal?
So how we have your power, you would just turn back to Charlie. You wouldn't have metal.
Charlie would be fine. But I think everyone else would be kind of dead.
15 failed saves lethal with the small ones?
16 straight failed saves? You'd probably be like, you probably wouldn't be able to move. I don't think it would reach your heart.
Because we would need to take multiple actions, multiple times.
So, like, you can get up to 10 of the small ones.
How?
Okay, I would say use the incense.
Yeah, I feel like
this is like we have literally no choice other than use the incense like this early on, which is silly.
Because Sam, we'd have to use multiple actions unless all the saves happen in different rounds.
So instead of Amp doing the thing, Charlie can just turn him to glass.
Yeah, I think I have to use the incense.
Okay.
We're probably gonna want this later, but I think this just kills everyone. This is too much.
Tell you what, the incense goes forward 2 rounds. Would you guys just like to see what the effects of it would be before you burn the incense? You can revert it just the same.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
So Sam, I want you to explain how the saves work, because unless all 18 saves happen over different rounds, we would need to use multiple actions for each save. Right?
So, here's what
since it's from one power source, we could just burn 1 base willpower. That's
Correct.
what you did with Hulk. Anyway.
Yeah.
I did ask if I could use 1 base willpower, and you said, well, it's actually 18 different saves.
Oh, I thought you meant willpower.
He said base will.
Yeah, I said 1 base will.
I'm so sorry, I misheard you.
Okay, yeah, when you said it was 18 different saves, and I was like, I want to burn 1 base willpower, and you're like, that's
I
not
thought you
enough.
said willpower. I misheard you. That's my bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey,
Sam, I don't feel like I'm getting fucked.
Yeah, okay.
Jesus Christ.
We were like 18 saves? And you
I was like, I'm gonna have to burn 18 base will to survive this? This is really broken. I don't think Sam statted this out right. I don't think Sam statted this out right at all.
No, it's a contingent power, so it can trigger a lot of saves, but if it happens on the same round, at the same width, you can just clear it with 1 base will.
Can my boy Chivalry spend 10 willpower since that he went through a lot for that base will?
Sure.
Thank you. Does Bill need to spend a base willpower considering he has endless endurance?
I don't think you have enough that it would be economic to do it. But
he has 3 hard dice of endless endurance.
Yeah, you'd still have to spend you'd have to spend. No, actually, you could get by with 6 willpower, but you'd have some chunks you turn to iron.
Hey, I did say I was going to attempt to turn one of the Leviathans to glass, or at least...
I think you should turn him into glass.
I don't think I can hit him. If I remember correctly, he was in a bunch of runes. That would probably...
You can try hitting him. I don't know if you've seen... Wait, you have Knowledge Runecraft, right?
Yeah. No.
No, right, you have Knowledge Binding.
Yeah.
You can roll Knowledge Binding at 1 penalty dice.
Sure. Actually, I don't have binding written down properly.
I'll spend 6 willpower on Bill.
Okay.
Could Oslo help me by any chance? No, we'd have to talk.
Yeah.
Okay. So, binding is mind?
Yes.
Okay.
So,
This is going to be a little hard.
your left leg turns entirely to iron and creeps up about halfway to your abdomen.
That is unfortunately no matches.
Wait, can we also decide who is going with Avery?
Yeah.
We did say that at the beginning. I like Mr. President to be out of there, personally.
I would like Charlie to get out if possible.
Okay.
Well, I think we need Charlie for this fight.
Charlie can fight anywhere.
That's fair.
Oh, White's range.
I'd like Bill to be taken because Bill does need to be mobile to do his nonsense.
Okay, that's not very far. What's Admiral's teleport look like?
It's a bit further, but he can't chain it. He's not as reliable as Lug. Lug can just walk into darkness and teleport. He doesn't even need to roll.
How is Lug as a hitman?
He is one of the most... You know from experience that he's probably the heaviest hitter the Fops have.
I am going... Where is he?
He is currently stealthed about 2 blocks away. As soon as Lug saw the artillery, he just got out of range.
Fair. I am going to give him... Write down everything I know about presiding silence's power, and his location.
Do you tell him there's a Goliath unit behind him?
Yes.
Okay. Lug's gonna go.
And I am going to write that there are rooms around him, and to be careful.
Sorry, I need to actually roll a mind check for Lug.
If you drop on us that Lug can't read, I'm gonna be...
No, Lug doesn't know what a Goliath unit is. He didn't ask.
Oh, then I would... Okay.
I'll be right back.
I feel like it should be fairly obvious that a Goliath unit's a bad time. And
yeah,
big.
But he doesn't know the exact specifications of how bad.
I will note that if he can bring people to grab some backup, I just don't know if his teleport can bring people.
He looks at, can you bring people? He holds up a finger, just says 1.
I'm going to tell him to get Oslo.
He's going to nod, step into the darkness. You see a hand reach up from the muck underneath Oslo. Oslo goes to swipe, and then he's dragged underneath the muck.
I'm gonna right as this is happening, I'm going to explain really quickly what's happening in Glass Oslo.
Oslo gets to the second word before he's dragged underneath the muck.
So that is going to be Lug is. And then I'll write down the same thing wherever they pop out.
Okay. Who's going with Avery on the first batch? I need it written down.
Mr. President.
Okay, I'm writing down Mr.
I would like to go, if that's possible.
Like, Bill to
If
go,
we can
but
take 1,600 pounds, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm very light.
Sam, does anyone get hit by the metal balls that are now flying at, I don't know, the incredible force? Is it...
You see the iron chunks of the building come crashing down, destroying several of the various skyscrapers poking above the water. One just straight up annihilates a boat.
Ooh, I should find out... I could probably find out how far they got hit.
Goliath is not made of whatchamacallit, right?
Traditionally, they are not made of cold iron, no.
Okay. So since you said traditionally, this one...
You can see this one, so you know it's not.
Okay.
All right. How much is Charlie and Mr. President? Are they pretty lightweight? I assumed Okay, so maybe
Charlie knows basically nothing.
So like maybe 350, if that.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's 350 out of 1,600, I believe.
Yes.
We can fit more people.
Take the vaqueros.
Vaqueros are 2,400 total.
I'd like Bill to go, but I don't know how much he weighs with an iron leg. Is that a thing that he can buy off with his healing factor?
You can just rip off. You can regrow limbs, right?
No.
I can.
The healing candy.
Yeah, you can. Oh, I can.
No,
I can regrow
Amp makes noise, but Amp and whatchamacallin would
Wait.
be able to go somewhere else and maybe work.
Wait, I heard healing candy?
Healing candy can't regrow limbs.
Yeah,
Okay.
only Amp.
So-
Take Amp with you, I guess, then, because they're only gonna do dumb shit.
Yeah.
I can't
Okay.
play responsibly as Amp.
So if you have amp, you can just rip off that limb, no problem.
Bill will psych himself up a little bit and do just fucking that.
Not here. Wait until you get teleported.
When it happens, then
Yeah, why not? It cuts down on the weight.
That's a good point.
Can you do it without screaming?
Bill has 8 commands, so
So
probably.
yes. Yeah,
I think
you don't
that
even need
means
to roll. You can just do it. We're gonna say without a chunk of his abdomen and leg, Buddy Bill only weighs like 150 pounds.
That tracks.
Fucking cursed.
I am
Amp is-
happy with the choices my characters have made this session, but
Amp is probably like 112.
I'm just gonna round that down.
Very
to
specific.
100. Full twink. The Vaqueros, they are just wildly signaling to each other, and they're scattering. They seem to have a plan.
Okay.
Before they do scatter, though, White tosses you. He didn't have a chance to do this before. He tosses you 20 dime bags of his powder. You remember his powder can silence things.
Okay.
Okay.
Ooh, we could put it like on Amp's guitar and just start like whacking back at them.
I don't think that would work.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Okay. Can we send? Can Bob's characters get all of this?
Sam, I'm sending you the mass of my attack, just so you know.
Propulsion and Carronade are probably just gonna let
Jesus
other
Christ,
people
very
go
good.
through first.
That's why I was asking if that would hit providing silence.
I put 2 hitmen on him. I don't know if that'll be enough, but I'm gonna try and assist them. Can I amend the instructions?
You see Lug at one of his jump points. He seems to be peeking out to give you a chance every now and then.
Yeah, I'm gonna have them both pick up a couple of glass rocks so that they can be holding them, and I can be draining powers from them when they're close.
All right. Oslo does pick that up. Lug seems confused, and then Oslo forces one into his hand.
They can leave it in pockets. It doesn't need visual line.
Got it. Okay. So are Bob's characters the last 2 heading out, or?
Yeah.
Okay, so Vaqueros, 12 of them scatter. The
If the
11
vacuums are gone, I think we can take everyone.
Cyborg does weigh like 300 pounds.
What happened to
Jeremy and Animal can't really move that fast.
They can ride the boat.
It's a tiny boat.
One of these times, the thing I say the boat will do will be true, Sam.
It'll work eventually.
Are we taking?
But you've only been talking about riding the tiny bolt.
Because I have dreams.
Let's see. Is you guys taking what? We taking Jeremy and Animal then, or?
Yeah, I mean, so who all is left? Like, I think we can take everyone, even though he weighs 300 pounds. Because it's just Jeremy and
okay.
Cyborg left.
Could I convince Avery's new? Can I convince Avery's 8 new friends to help us with this motion? That seems like an incredibly bad idea, but is it even on the table?
You see the waterlogged have all been turned into iron statues before their shells very, very quietly, almost silently begin cracking and then seeping into the skin as it looks like meatloaf being forced out around the cracks.
I am terrified of them. I am so glad they're our friends right now.
I honestly didn't think that there was any option other than going evil.
I'm gonna tell you right now.
Go evil, just go evil.
This was a takeable fight. But I'm like, this may kill at least one PC.
Yeah, like this seemed like what Avery would have done in character, and also.
So the other thing is, Avery has almost always chosen not human, and I think it's on brand for him to continue doing so.
Yeah.
Like, that didn't feel metagamey to me.
No, it is absolutely like, I believe that's action. I believe that action.
Like Avery is dipping further into the darkness, whereas Bill managed to pull it back.
All right, I believe.
The moment Mr. President and Chivalry get a moment, that might be the downfall of Avery.
You know,
there's some stuff's gonna happen here.
With Oslo and Lug, yeah, Bob, we can take your PCs. We can get you guys straight into the flotilla.
All right.
All right. That means you guys actually get there early enough that you guys can see a scene happen. Like, the fighting hasn't started yet, at least not in full. There's you hear some fighting in the very edge of town, but nothing major yet.
Before anything happens, I want to pick up a rock. I'm gonna hand it to what's his name, Carronade, and point at him to hit very far away with that. And just have him throw it something and see if we can make noise here.
Does Carronade do it?
Yeet! He doesn't actually say yeet, he just does it.
You see it hit a wall, and how many hard dice do you have on sea powers?
4.
You don't see anything.
I don't like that, but okay.
It appears nothing happens.
Okay.
So, Mr. President, your hard dice in mind, I'm gonna say they're just high enough, and you now have enough information to put something together.
Did he have to prep beforehand?
No, I mean like information.
Oh, okay.
You guys were near Vaquero bikes that were iron.
Oh.
It seems like the presiding silence has a similar limitation to Charlie, where he needs to turn something to iron, and then he can enact his power on that area. If he doesn't have iron in the area, he can't act. And the number of saves he can force you to do is proportional to the amount of iron in the area.
Okay.
But the issue... So, he can do really crazy shit, but he can't actively trigger his like Charlie can. He needs someone to make noise before he can spread his power.
Ooh. Hi, Chris.
I did that on purpose.
Yeah, I figured. You
Magic
guys,
candy.
You guys see Salvador, Sal Jr. running around, barking orders. You see them erecting barriers and putting depth charges in the water. He stops as he sees you guys. He's gonna look at you. He's gonna look at Mr. President first, I think, just because you have like the most presence.
Mm-hmm.
And he's gonna go, "Did you know about the raid the entire time?"
Wait, who's asking this?
Sal Jr.
Sal Jr.?
Sal Jr.
We had our suspicions.
Fuck it, good enough. Okay. God. It's such a fucking mess.
You're gonna have to step up and get together. Like, you gotta, like, do something here. You can't just keep freaking out.
I'm ordering. If I was him, I would have those Mark IIIs. I've seen them before. They can survive underwater, so I'm putting depth charges down. We're blocking off major pathways. I don't know exactly how they're getting them into town. I assume it's a teleportation power. Probably a bridge. But I know they're cold iron. I know they can't get that through portals. So we're combing the town. I've given out dowsing rods. We're seeing what we can find. I need to confront my father because I need to get the crack shots on our side, and they're loyal to him.
Do you want me to go with you?
They have a hit on your father.
They have a hit on my Why my father?
You're a good puppet. They want to install you.
Oh, God.
Cayman already explained this to you. You knew that.
I just didn't think they'd be that fucking short-sighted. Cayman isn't critical of the information handed to him. That's probably his biggest flaw. But I am, and I think I know what... Cayman wasn't specific, but I think I know what they're here for.
What are they here for?
3 weeks ago, we intercepted... Well, no, sorry, it's closer to 2 months now. That was me messing up out of character. It would be closer to 2 months now in game.
Sure.
We intercepted 2 skipper vessels. They're scavengers and bootleggers in the area. I didn't think much of it, but I only remember it because my father hid the manifests from the ship's inventory. One was apparently raided before it left the area by the flotilla. The other one was raided by us. You guys see Bill, Silence Bill, the gasoline prophet, come out with a manifest going, "Stole this from the storeroom." He flips through it quickly and goes, "I think it was this." And he shows you a canister that contains a forge heart marked with the number 12.
That would probably do it.
Damn.
I don't know why my father hid this. I don't know if he knows what it is. I barely know what it is.
Can I explain to him what it is?
That might be a bad idea.
We thought they
I
were
wonder-
acid pit work, but...
Out of character, I wonder if that's still in town.
Azu's gonna go, "Okay, so we need to get the crack shots, and we need to know where my father's hidden this." It shouldn't be hard. His office is right, and at that moment, you hear a deep, kind of bassy groan as a Goliath unit punches its way up through a building's floor and enters the scene.
Propulsion is just.
Do we need an initiative?
We're gonna end session there because it's 10:20.
Oh, okay.
I wanted to be
Just
said
hear
it's somewhere in the
propulsion
middle.
yell, "Mine!"
Sam,
the
you
middle-
made me reveal things about my character by accident. Can we retcon that?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, I'll burn the incense.
In the middle of that conversation, I'd like Bill to hop on one leg up to Amp, tap them on the shoulder, and just very quietly go.
I'll go. Shh. Can't talk.
Amp, please.
Shh. We can't talk.
Amp, please, I need this.
Okay, fine. And I'll play a little tune for him. Ding 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 ding. And your leg will shoot out of your fucking knee.
Does the suit grow back with it?
Yes.
Sick.
I think. Oh, it doesn't have horrifying on it. It just has obvious. And duration. So, actually, it grows over time. So, 2 hard dice. So, half your leg pops out first, like a little baby leg. And then 6 seconds later, it's a full leg.
Powerful.
Yeah.
Okay. We're gonna end session here. Yeah, again, sorry about the base will thing. I straight up thought you said willpower.
I was like, 18 base will? This is so bullshit. I don't think
No, God no. You honestly
Brutal.
could have bought it off for like 6 willpower.
Okay. That's what I'll do.
You just had to make like an endurance check.
I mean, we didn't burn it, right?
We did not burn the incense, no.
Okay. Yeah. That miscommunication almost was really bad for us.
Yeah.
I was wondering why you guys were freaking out so much, and I'm like, what? It's not that bad, guys. What do you like?
I'm gonna bump Amp's command up to 10 so I get more base willpower.
Okay, that's fine. I was aware. I'm like, I know they're freaking out because it will fuck them up, but it's not like TPK. Why are they? And then you said that, and I'm like, oh, I see.
Yeah, that would be TPK level.
No.
I felt like I kind of derailed a bit with the scene with Bill and Amber.
No, you absolutely didn't. I so bad wanted to see that scene.
You rerailed a different plot. We have many trains going here, Tom.
Yeah,
Right.
We have all
Tom, I
the
want you to be ready because Mr. President might kill Avery at the end of this.
Okay, I will be ready for what happens, and I might even practice an actual accent for chivalry.
I was gonna say, if Avery dies, can you just make Chivalry your character?
That's the
Yeah,
plan.
I like
yeah.
chivalry.
Okay.
That is absolutely the plan. Chivalry will come back.
He does ride at midnight.
I took that obsidian dagger for a reason.
Yeah.
Jesus.
I mean,
So I
feel
do
like,
need to have a scene with chivalry alone at some point. So
I feel like Hancock's gonna be alone, like clapping as Oslo kills him.
no. So this is more of like an honor thing. I mean, he promised chivalry if chivalry needed help killing Avery, he'd help him.
You can definitely get Oslo in that fight, though. Like,
Oh
I
yeah,
think-
yeah.
Chivalry's sheet would look really weird because I have some plans to keep him still with the focus and attached.
I'm not sure you can do that if he's independent.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Luckily, he should be on the.
Oh, what if he just becomes attached to my character?
well, so here's the thing. Familiars, if their hosts die, if they're independent enough, they don't self-destruct or instantly fold over.
Luckily, he has
That's actually written into Chivalry's thing.
Oh, he does? It's part of the curse?
If Avery dies, Chivalry will die too, in the exact same way the original chivalrous Scott did when he fought the Lord of the Drowning Folk.
Oh, so you can't have him come back.
No, I could. I still have a few options for how I could make that happen. But
I have an idea too.
Your backstory.
We do have a magical watch that was confirmed to explicitly bring chivalry back, if that still works.
I don't see a reason why it shouldn't.
I can give Chivalry my my hourglass and tell him to break it when he gets to the afterlife. It worked for me.
We
The
need to
curse
figure out what that
as
does.
written. The curse as written doesn't actually require that doesn't require Avery to be there. There would be nothing really that would stop Chivalry from coming back now that he is in the city.
Plot twist. Chivalry becomes the warden of the Hanged Man.
I've literally... I have XP and I'd be willing to spend XP to help keep you Chivalry around.
We're all going to gain one for showing up. Who stayed in character best this session?
Bill. Without question.
It was definitely a Tom/Bill and Avery heavy focus, so it definitely has to go to either Bill or Avery.
Yeah, I gave them a lot of screen time. I'm sorry if that felt disproportionate.
No, it's fine. No, it was good. It happens. Like, it's fine. You don't need to apologize.
I love sessions where we get more screen time than the other people. That's fine.
Yeah, I mean, it's natural. I'm just saying he definitely deserves it for the screen time that he had this time.
All of these plot lines I've been coming up with are coming to some kind of fruition.
Yeah. I've had sessions where I felt like I was talking the whole time. Other people need to get that.
That just fits in Charlie's character, though.
Shut up.
He's gonna ramble. All right, Tom. I think that's. I think that's you. Who was most useful this session?
Sam, I want you to know I am gonna calculate how far those metal rods went.
Okay, so you don't have like a range capacity, so it's really fucked up in game terms.
It's mass capacity, though. It's like fucking mass.
Okay, it's very simple. Anything that goes too far in the city is with the broom now.
What is
it goes in the bucket.
Oh no.
I just summoned 1 million buckets. Oh my god, that would have been... If we used the bucket to destroy the entire army of them.
Hey, I have a question. If you do make a character for broom and bucket, do they get both the broom and the bucket, or do they get the broom or the bucket?
So, there are a thing known as binary artifacts. They are very rare. They're artifacts that ideally are taken separately because they'd be stronger that way, but you can take them together. But only those two.
Okay. So basically, me and, like, say Tom, for example, would partner up and make the dynamic duo of
If
2 idiots, 1 janitor.
If one of my characters dies, I'm just gonna be a guy that broke into the candy shop and took the broom.
But who do we think was most useful here? Because I'm at the point where I truly and honestly can't tell. I think it should either be...
I don't like voting for myself, but Imp stopped all the vaqueros from dying.
I think it should be you, Chris.
Yeah,
I can make an argument for Seth, but I think it should be you.
The other was Seth, but I was like, I was like, Imp literally stopped every vaquero from dying just based on stupid rolls.
I think it stopped everybody from dying based on stupid rules. Well, just everybody from dying, because...
Light armor is fucking busted.
And also, 12 shock and killing to every hit location is, a lot.
So wait, how did you do that?
Turned the water from a hard surface to a soft surface.
I thought Amp did that.
Yeah, Amp did that.
Yeah.
We were talking about Amp.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, I thought for a second you were arguing for yourself to be most useful, and I was confused.
No.
Okay.
No.
We're good. I was on the wrong page.
Can we get Bob most heroic for saving Lilac, even though Lilac didn't need saving?
Gained, a willpower for saving Lilac.
It was very professional.
Yeah. Contract.
Hey,
so I will say Chris, most useful, this session...
We're gonna take a break from our regularly scheduled program and remind you that you did not assign points from the other question last session.
Oh, okay, that's gonna be split between you and Tom. You had the most guesses. You had the exact same number of correct guesses.
So half each?
Yes.
Voice.
We're gonna do who had the best bit or who was the most fun tonight.
There wasn't really a lot of bits. There was more of a lot of us panicking over the over the fucking. We thought we were gonna get insta killed.
And the funniest thing I can remember is Xander being an empath.
No.
No, we're
You guys
not
wanna give
giving
Xander
Xander.
an experience.
I feel
Absolutely not. Yeah. You know what? We can give it to Bob for saving Lilac, even though he didn't have to save Lilac.
Like the only actual joke that I remember us telling throughout the session was me in chat during the Bill and Amber scene.
I did tell the small penis joke for oxydioxyling.
I'd like giving it to Bob for pizzaing when it wasn't necessary.
Yeah, pizzaing for when it wasn't necessary. I'm going for Bob.
Yeah.
Okay.
If we didn't get a run short on time, Propulsion was just immediately going to jump on the Goliath, going mine.
I know it's going to be started next session.
I would like to remind everyone that you should immediately take Candy Comment. That gives you 5 heavy armor.
Oh, Propulsion already took the healing candy.
Okay, that works too. But yeah, well, also, if you get attacked, send a attack in reply back to the person.
Okay, and for the wild card question, sorry, that experience goes to Bob. For the wild card question, whose plot line are you like? Of all the plot lines culminating here, which one are you most interested to see where it goes?
There's only 2 plot lines culminating. It's Tom and Tom.
No, there's Propulsion with his like final showdown with Lone Star. We got Charlie dying to have his rap battle with Presiding Silence. It will happen. We got Mr. President saving a community.
That's not really.
I feel like I
plot
don't
line.
vote for a person for this one.
So the part of the wild card one is make up a plot line that's totally not going to happen.
Okay, so a plot line that's totally not going to happen is there's this really cool scene where Charlie and the Presiding Silence have a rap battle.
Amp finally convincing Carinade that we're, professional mercenaries.
Amp is going to be providing music for the rap battle, and it's awesome.
Definitely will be providing. That's just going to happen either way. There will be, even if you say there's a rap battle, they'll just start playing.
I'm really invested in what kind of sandwich Bat's going to order at the restaurant he got sidetracked at on his way to the flotilla.
I think Bats beat us there with the interruption we had. And taking related quotes.
If he shows up with a fucking sandwich at the start of next episode, I'm going to be really happy.
You act like I'm not writing all this down.
I am curious. How much... Can I just get a weight estimate on the clothes he took off?
26 tons.
Okay.
Per piece. That includes
and he
socks.
Took off 4, 5, 10 pieces?
18 pieces of clothing.
18 pieces of clothing.
He wears a bunch of vests with popped collars.
I just realized Mr. President's wearing a ring that doesn't even do anything for him. It removes negative emotions, but I have almost 20 command, so it doesn't.
It removes bad vibes. You're underselling it.
You should have put again to that to Avery. Jesus.
No, Avery's
32,000.
Also, Mr. President literally in-game has not trusted Avery since the whole ship thing with Chivalry telling him.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So he beat the Vaqueros there with the armor off, or weighted clothes off, right?
Yeah, Bats will beat the Vaqueros to the flotilla. You guys beat him there, though.
Okay, no, sorry, that's what I meant. It's like that if that hadn't been interfered with. Just because he removed 500,000 pounds.
Yeah.
I just want to start launching people with Amp, with the fucking bait, with the willpower.
Just fucking demolish.
Just want to start launching people at the Providing Silence. He's like, what's that? Why is there a Goliath flying towards me? Why is it flying to me so fast?
He's thousands of miles away. I don't think you can hit him.
Amp might be the only one who's able to take on a Leviathan. They're really scary.
I did send you the number, right, Seth?
Sam, yeah.
No, Seth. I know I sent you it, Sam.
You
It's
sent me
120 million tons of force.
Holy
fair,
fuck.
but I don't think you have the range to send them over 1,000 miles away.
Listen, I just hitting them with the momentum, buddy.
You may not be able to do it accurately, is the bigger problem.
Yeah, I definitely know there's no accuracy in it. But why do you have to be accurate when you can just scatter everything that you hit?
Also, just minor note, I would like to explain in one of their little pop-out things, since we understand how his power works because of Hancock, I would like to explain that to them.
Okay.
Can I ask a bit of a metagaming question?
Them being Oslo and Lug.
Depends on what the metagaming question is.
I did just buy this power on Avery that he hasn't used yet. But if Avery were to die, I don't remember any of you ever talking about what player death in this is like.
We haven't. I have never had a character die.
You pull up a new character and we somehow try to work him in.
All right.
Yep.
So
like, if you wanted to upgrade Chivalry to player character status, we would just basically delete his sheet and rebuild him from, what are we at, 220?
we're at 220 now.
Or are we at 190 or 220?
We were at
We're at
190.
220.
Last we were building characters was 190.
Okay.
Bill was
Yeah.
built at 190.
After this arc, it will be higher.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, it was. It was supposed to be 200 once we have the Iron Legion defeated, and then once we get the Hive, it's 220 and third character slot.
Amp literally is only at 194 for points.
If Avery dies, I would have to wait to have a 220 character.
Yes.
I was under the impression you were potentially getting 250 after beating the Iron Legion.
I mean,
No.
you guys will be at that budget just due to experience gained, so that might be...
I now have an idea.
You guys might be at 250 now.
I kind of want to talk to you about Tom. If we kill Avery, I kind of want to do make a contract with Chivalry to make sure he can stay around.
I can help you with that binding.
That would actually be explicitly what binding is for. You would be able to do that, yeah.
Yeah, we can talk about some stuff. I'm just
being
thinking
said,
that if we're
Seth gained experience for the rap battle question answer.
if we're going to be doing something with a third character slot, and I heard the term 250, you know who costs 250?
Augury Jackson. So I really want to introduce Augury Jackson and Jack O'Lantern at the same time, because I really like the idea that immediately after the Halloween one shot, we've just been hanging out.
Mm-hmm.
You can't get rid of me, more like.
I have to be very careful with the jump to 250 because that's the equivalent of hitting in terms of how I balanced things before and how I balanced things after, that's like hitting level 12 in D&D. It's it's a different game after that.
Yeah.
Consider, however, that Augury Jackson isn't actually good because there's so much randomness.
I could just play Rock Lee again.
You want to know the best part about hitting 250?
What?
I'd still be 60 points away from getting Jason.
I have 8 points right now because I bought a base wheel.
And I only have 39 points in reserve.
Alright, okay, before I disconnect for the night, any questions, concerns, or thoughts regarding the session?
I have a concern for future.
Yeah, what's up?
I might not be able to play on the 25th.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
We're probably also not playing on the 1st because Steph's coming in to my place.
I'm playing the day Steph got in.
I'm also going to be out. Oh, I might be here the August 5th, but I might not. I'm flying down to Florida to visit friends.
Mm-hmm.
I have a vacation.
I come back that day.
September. I don't know if I can play on vacation, but like if my family is cool with me locking myself away Monday night, I super too.
I could definitely play on vacation when I'm on vacation in September.
Oh no!
What?
I don't have a computer on vacation. I'm used to having a laptop. Crap.
So are we going 3 weeks without playing after next week?
No. My vacation's gonna be off in September.
Oh, okay.
Mine is also a maybe. I need to contact the clerk's office.
Got it.
And I don't think we're going to be playing D&D on the 6th, right? Because I think Steph's still there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, I did want to say Tuesday is really hard for me and Nisha.
Okay. So the reason
We're both working 10 hours Monday through Thursday.
The reason I picked that day is because I think that's the only day of the week that Gabe and Estlin can potentially do.
Okay.
So.
Okay, I'm gonna stop this.
Yeah, I just can't guarantee me and